Hail adventurers.
Oh my god.
I'm changing things up. I was a mid-season finale. It's all changing now. Welcome to the 121st episode of Dirty 20, an evening of laughter, drama, and adventure. We call it D&D Podcast. This is Ayo Dungeon Master for the evening. I'm joined by my colourful cast of characters. We don't have Mitch with us right at the moment. He should be joining us shortly, unless, of course, everyone dies within the first 20 minutes, which is a possibility. Sorry, not sorry. Before we begin our game today, we're going to do our shout-outs and any announcements before. So let's just jump straight into it. I'm eager to play some D&D. We've been sweating over fucking camera issues for 20 minutes, so I'm desperate. I'm gagging for it. I want that purple dragon inside me.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
By which I mean my imagination. Jay, please take it away and save me by doing Mitch's bit for me.
Alright,
Oh,
okay,
no.
I got someone to come in and shout out the stream. I don't shout out the stream anymore.
Oh yeah, Jay's been fired from that. We had to go all the way to a galaxy far, far away to hire this man. And here he is.
Space, like Edge of the Empire. You ever heard of Empire?
Can't hear him.
Commander Higgins, you're not coming through very clearly.
Mondays, we get in on some of these crazy limb-based actions where we take off each other's limbs and we put new limbs on each other, and it's run by Mitch, and it's also got
Is it?
Ewan in it, and it's got a Sam, and it's got a Jay, and it's got other people. Just come on down, do it. Mondays, 7 p.m. You better fucking be there. Thanks, Waxter.
Sure. Always a delight. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Jay. That was a pleasure is not necessarily the word I would use, but
What's the opposite of that?
Torture.
unfortunately, Commander Higgins cut out a little bit at the beginning of that announcement. So for anyone that didn't hear that,
Wait, what?
that's Monday evenings. So that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Nat Wonder's Star Wars RPG. Sam.
Yeah, I'd stream and do a little bit of YouTube stuff. Sam JKP. The JKP stands for J. Kalal Pooley. That's my full name. And yeah, I play a lot of Pokemon, a little bit of Stray, sometimes some Faz. Yeah, come and watch me and a big forehead play some games.
Is it like co-op then? Does the forehead play games separately?
We're playing, It Takes Two, me and the forehead.
Do you plug in the controller?
right.
You pretend to plug in the controller. Do you give it the controller and say it's playing?
Yeah. It's like when you have a 5-year-old kid and you're like, oh yeah, we're definitely playing together.
I feel like my eyes may have just been opened to childhood events. You've unlocked
My brother
things.
definitely did that to me on multiple occasions.
Jerry,
Definitely.
you told me I was playing.
See, I don't understand what's going on here with that, because I used to derive incredible pleasure from giving my sister the control to Battlefront 2 in split screen and just absolutely demolishing her on the Heroes vs. Jedi. No, Heroes vs. Villains.
Heroes versus Jedi.
I mean, that's true, because Jedi are the villains. That's true. You heard it here first, folk. Anyway, Maya.
Hello, I stream over on Animea, link is in the chat, go check it out. We play a little bit of Genshin Impact most of the time, but we also, literally yesterday, started playing Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice, which was a stress and a half, but it was also very fun. So go and check it out, watch me stress out over games, and then have some chill times on Genshin.
Watch little whispers be whispered into Maya's ears.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't play the game. She can't even beat the boss.
Don't, please. I've had enough of this.
It's a good game, and yeah, cool. Oh, I realised, Jay, you didn't shout out your own channel. There was an amalgamation. There was limbs used in there, so
Yeah.
I was very confused, to be honest.
I do stream. Not so limb based anymore. Stopped playing limb based games. I'm limb free. Started playing bit of Disco Elysium, drug fueled detective adventures. Come on down.
Oh, are you streaming that? I didn't even realise that was a stream.
Played it yesterday, yeah.
Mate, you do all
Ooh.
sorts of mad shit. You snort drugs, you solve crimes, you
Crimes,
subscribe
yeah.
to race theory and then beat up the guy who taught you it.
I did subscribe to Race Theory and then beat up the guy who taught me it. Yes.
Oh my god. Sounds like university.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, no.
Oh.
Anyway. Two last things to shout out. First of all, the Discord. You may be aware that we took a sizable time off from the campaign over summer as people ventured on holidays. So today we've managed to come back, and you would have seen on there I was updating that we did. So if you want to keep updated with stuff pertaining to the game when we stream and when we do stuff that isn't our normal schedule, that's the best place to find that out. It's the most place that I think we're really active, except for our TikTok, which you can find on socials.
Yeah.
9 people away from 2K, baby.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure to check out both of those, especially if you want to see handouts and some concept art, I suppose,
Also,
of the game along the way.
Also has the best rules channel in the
It has the rules channel.
universe.
It does. And if you do join, you have to go to the counting page or
Helping.
And in order
the counting page, and understand the rules. Okay, you can't. If you don't, you're banned.
especially if you don't comply with 189, we will.
That one is a very specific
Yeah.
rule you must
We have
follow.
189 rules.
More than 189.
Yeah, go to the continuing,
Continuing.
201,
the continuing or whatever it's called.
Rule 200.
190th rule.
Rule 204 is the most important.
Yeah, that's
189.
that's the last rule, I think.
Most
No,
powerful.
Anyway, yeah, the Discord is the place to be on that. And finally, I'm going to do a shout out for myself. So, if you like D&D and you want to play some, come and find my website. It's in the chat, and you might be able to play as well. I run games all through the week, so if you want to play, come and have a look. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that brings us to a close regarding our updates and shout-outs. Unless there's anything else anyone needs to shout out. I don't know what, it's been a while. I know this is going to catch you out of the blue a little bit here, Elle. But who did this wonderful art for us?
Oh my gosh. So yes, as you may yet see, we have lovely new artwork. And I was not prepared to do that.
No, you weren't. I realised that.
Okay, I could get him up. But Alex on Twitter, it's _LM. Go check him out. He was the sweetest guy and really kind of listened to what we wanted when we were getting our art done, and we were all just so beyond impressed and happy with what we got. And he's just a wonderful artist. So go check him out. I will get a link and put it in the thingy. Go show him some love.
Awesome. Just Katie. There, that was your shout out.
There we go.
Awesome. So,
Put it in the chat.
I think with that brings us to today. So, let's delve into today's episode of Dirty 20.
It's really dirty, and once I lost it.
Hannah. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Are we back?
Yes.
I think you're muted, Ewan.
God damn it, I've been muted. I was muted. Holy shit. So, fuck's sake. Can you tell that we've not been doing this for nearly
Over a month.
closing in on 2 months,
Yeah.
nearly? That's probably not quite that. About a month and a half, maybe. Anyway, previously on Dirty 20, the final leg had begun as the invisible clock ticked down. With months of work finally seeing fruition, the leaders of nearly all the coastal kingdoms were sat around the same table. Before the discussions could begin, an older gentleman, Trolden, arrived, seating himself near Theodore. Addressed as one of the chancellors of the Institute, he claimed that his organisation had an interest in seeing how the negotiations played out. Its presence in many of the kingdoms. Bitter and cold at first, things seemed tense as Foyfort and David spat rapt insults at each other, their rivalry threatening to bring the talk to an end before it had even begun. Through negotiation, however, things cooled slightly. The talk was long and perhaps more intense than even some of the most ferocious battles that you'd ever undertaken. As the talks came to an end, a number of points had been reached. Cecilia would consider the marriage proposal from Foyfort to align the two nations, to which David was displeased. Foyfort and David called a truce, though explained that should David join the brewing alliance, they would consider all nations involved as declaring war. As for the battle plans, it was agreed that some of the arms would be stationed at potential launching points like the Witchwoods, as well as bringing the citizens into populated centres where they could be protected better. With the meeting concluded, Eridel was struck with a realisation. As Theodore mentioned, the alliance could last and protect from other threats, like that of the Isles that raid their trade lines. Looking for a way to help defend her homeland, she turned to Aranon, asking if it was possible to become an Elder Brain. Failing that, she stated her intentions to find the rest of her psionic family and use them and the Isles to conquer the Golden Empire. The following day, familiar faces greeted you. The noon's eclipse and setting stars. Together you planned your next moves. The noon's eclipse would head for the ruins in David, where you had suspected Illithid activity. Meanwhile, stars would join you as you tried to meet with Jala in the Underdark. Before leaving, you wanted to try again and gain some more insight from Aranon, still locked away. Disguising herself as Belinda and using Eridel's psionics, she talked with Aranon, but Eridel cut the psionic link as he mentioned their conversation. Through a clever use of suggestion, he was forced to spill the contents of it. Her and Gaiac confronted Eridel, who seemed distant and cold, but ultimately they decided to keep it to themselves, as to not distract from the mission at hand. Almost got through the whole thing there. Returning to the fortress and using the teleportation circle, you apparated in the hot and stuffy tower. Worried that the Illithid may have taken the city, you erred on caution as some of you went invisible, and the rest went into the lamp. However, as you stepped outside, there was a gush of warm air, as climbing from the other side of a building came two sharp claws. Suddenly, lurching itself onto the roof was a recognisable form, rich, dark purple scales that glisten in the orange light, mounds of fungi that grow across the hide, a tail that constantly slithers like a snake through grass, its elongated snout surprisingly smooth, and a gape with a serpentine forked tongue. With every breath, strange spores drift out of its mouth.
Ah, so the masters were right. You have returned. A fortune for myself. I yearn to see what horrors you keep to yourselves.
And that is where we pick up. And I think, given the situation, that's going to be a roll of initiative.
Let's go.
And here we go, baby. Here we go. It's been waiting. We've been waiting for this.
I guess
Come back to D&D with initiative rolls like the good old times.
we are aware.
All right. Before you roll your initiative, I'm going to show you what the map looks like.
Oh no.
So here we are.
Oh no.
Oh wow! Oh,
Oh,
I'm
shit.
brilliant.
So, oh, rip. There we go. So this is the dragon that has like climbed its way on top. It's now sat on the top of the roof. Its wings beginning to unfurl. And it just looks down at you with this tongue that kind of slithers around. Its tail constantly just like shifting and weaving.
So very nervous.
Oh, I just dropped something. I think it was a pen. It was indeed.
So very nervous right now.
It's all sunk in, it's actually real.
So, I'm going to require everyone to roll initiative. So if your token isn't on there, just drop it behind for the moment, and then roll some initiative. Simply because
Oh, thank God I rolled high.
I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Is what just happened there?
Sorry, I had to see a man about a bird. Am I still a mouse?
Yes.
Yes. So, you are very much still a mouse. I can't move the initiative
Oh,
tracker for
damn
some
it.
reason.
Mine are going tokens for the old one.
Ewan, I didn't
Yes.
pick my token.
You did. It's on there. 7.
No, I rolled before.
Got 13.
I got a 3.
All right. Fine.
Mine doesn't automatically add to the tracker because I was rolling a different initiative, but I got 3.
Because of your mouse
Yeah.
form. You're right, because you get your dexterity of the mouse.
Which is 0.
I'll tell you what, when you roll out of your form, I'll let you re-roll it, and it will come into effect at the top of the round. Is there a Mitchell Brown here?
Yes.
Thank goodness.
Oh my god, do we have the
Hello,
whole
hello,
squad?
hello.
The whole squad is
Yes.
here! We've literally just begun the fight. It's literally just happened. We're rolling initiative.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. We're all together again. It's like a family reunion.
Roll 20 now, team.
Alright.
My initiative rolls are as good as ever.
Let's go. I've just been to the zoo. It's
All
the
right.
best day ever.
I've been to the zoo now. Time to kill a dragon.
Yes.
Okay,
Are
so
you sure you don't want to try and tame it?
Where's my?
what's going to be? I'm going to use these lovely dice for setting stars.
If only there was a lovely pink tiefling here who could seduce the dragon.
God damn it!
That's worked so
Don't
well in the
mention
past. Basilisk, didn't it?
Oh, I need to get his sheet up again. All right, let's get that out. Hopefully, that's not going to fuck with
Are we all
everything.
together on the map?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna basically you're just rolling initiative. So put your tokens down, but everyone except for those that are in that line, setting stars, Aria and Gaiak, Gaiak is technically as a mouse on her space. Technically, all of you are in the lamp. You can all hear what's happening. However, Zuko, I did check your sheet. It requires you to use a bonus action to send you out the lamp.
So we're all in the lamp, and
Yeah,
I need to use a bonus action to get everyone out.
yeah.
Really think we should
So
try one
that was a 10.
They can get
You
us
can certainly try. This is a.
I rolled decent.
I had to make a sheet for him. Where's his initiative?
Hear me out, guys.
Okay, that's not bad.
Higher
Well,
than
it is pretty
everyone in the
bad.
lamp, which is perfect, I guess.
That's really good.
Yep, that is a game changer. That is. So,
Rest of the team.
Oh yeah.
oh, I like this because it's a purple dragon. I'm going to be using this dice today. All of these found on Crit Kit UK.
Not sponsored, but we love you. Tim.
Yeah, I know. I won a game off of him, so I feel like I feel I must return the favour.
Watch on Tuesday. We have to watch.
You do. You have to watch on Tuesday. You can win a dice. It's a dice that's like this size. It's this size of a dice, and it's like it lights up, and it has a Frogamuth in it.
I need it.
What?
He won't tell me where he got it. All right. Okay.
Ancient dwarves from the
Please
night.
tell me he rolled high. Please tell me he was a 1.
No. It was not a 1. It was not a 9. It was a natural 20.
I was thinking
Yeah.
No, stars. Why are you names like with ST? God damn it.
Aria, if you feel you're about to be consumed by fire, just yeet the lamp as far as you can.
Yeah, this does not
My
get her.
goal- My first thing is run.
That is the initiative order.
Just throw it.
Okay.
I know.
You're invisible.
I know.
Aren't you invisible though, technically? Are you invisible?
She is. So this is everyone rolled initiative?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so it gets to the top and looks down towards you guys, and as it does, it is not roaring intensely as it might seem, but it looks down towards you and it is looking directly at you, Aria. It's looking at you and it's looking. I mean, it can see Stars, who's like stood right next to you, like currently tried to hide behind some kind of like crate or something. His tail's just like flowing out.
God damn it.
But it looks right at your position where you are.
You think you can hide from me? Darkness is my ally.
And it's going to and begin climbing over the roof. So these buildings, as a reminder, I'm going to put this down on its token right now. These buildings are obviously for giants. So this thing is like 40 foot high. As it gets closer, it begins to breathe out this cloud of spores in a cone right down towards you. I need Gaiak, I need Aria, and I'm gonna have to do Setting Stars to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Natural 20. He rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
However, that's I think it's
5.
okay. Oh, this is so much damage.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
I don't think you're gonna be a man.
Welcome back, guys.
I'm gonna be a
Just want to do this.
Oh no, that's a big hand.
I feel like the mouse can do this.
Well, you guys
Yeah,
had a really
yeah.
great campaign so far. Oh, that is actually a D8. I need to re-roll that. Well, I guess you now know it's not a D8. Oh, well, shit. So that is... my math is freaking out here, so that's that number.
The fact that he's taking so long with the maths.
It's actually lower than I expected.
It's gonna be a ridiculous number, isn't it? It's lower than I expected.
Okay, that's not lower than I expected. What did you guys roll?
17.
5.
17, 5,
And setting stars.
and Setting Stars rolled a natural 20. So,
Oh, nice.
as this, before I tell you how much damage you take, this cone washes over you. Your lungs fill with this disgusting gas, and at first you like hold your instinctively put a hand over your mouth or whatever it is that you do, to try and. I've just realised something. You are in her pocket, which means you are technically in total cover.
Thank you for your pocket, Aria.
Yep. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say, because you're in total cover, you don't get hit by this. However, the two of you do. Like Stars and you. You do get hit by this. As it washes over you, immediately, it's not like a poison sensation, but suddenly, like you look up and stood on top of the roof area, are like a number of the unhallowed assassins, but not just any, but the ones from that night. The ones that were there that tried to kill your family, and you see them stood there, and they begin to laugh in a chorus. You take what would have been 41 psychic damage down to 20. You saved.
Oh my god.
You saved. However, So you see this flash, and in your mind, you remember your training before and think of all the who this dragon is potentially aligned with, given what you'd seen him in the service of those Illithid beforehand. And you cast your mind away. It's not real. And Storm kind of gives you a look as well. You can see this kind of pain in his eyes, and he looks away, and you kind of meet each other's gaze for a moment. You both take 20 psychic damage. He's not looking good.
He isn't looking good?
I mean, he's not bloodied or anything, but it was a lot of damage for him.
Shit.
And that is going to be the dragon's turn. Which brings us... I'm going to say, actually, it's going to take another step forward, and it's just on the edge of the eaves of the roof, looking down towards you, like gripping in with these really elongated, curved talons down towards you. Aria.
He doesn't go until 2 turns after me. That's not good. Okay. Did we rest before we came here?
Yeah.
Right, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna use my last 3rd level spell slot. Yeah, I'm gonna use my last 3rd level spell slot and turn us both invisible again, because I'm assuming because we took damage, we're not invisible anymore, right?
No, you would still be invisible. It's only if you cast a spell or you make an attack roll. So you are still invisible.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna grab. Obviously, I can't do it because he can't come with me. But I will grab Star's hand and just start to book it in a direction. But obviously, I'll have to wait until his turn, but I'm going to grab his hand and then just start moving away from the dragon.
So you're going to kind of save your action as like a dash action to move with him?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And basically, basically, it's me grabbing his hand and moving away is my way of saying, let's fucking go.
Alright, so that'll be your turn, which brings us to Zuko. Zuko, you're sat in this lamp, and suddenly, like, you're waiting, because you would expect there to be some Illithid activity, and suddenly you hear that voice, and then you start hearing the roar of a dragon, and then some, like, sound that washes past the lamp. Who has the lamp on them? I'm assuming it's Aria.
I'm going to look around in the lamp, and I'm going to ready my action if whoever's turn is next inside the lamp wants to get, like, go time on my... Can I do that? Can I ready the action to have us all pop out?
So you can use a...
Can you ready a action?
I'd say you can... So you take the readied action and fuck it, it's not... Yeah, alright, sure.
So
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
On whoever's next turn it's next, if they're like, right, let's go, but they need help, I'm going to pop us all out.
Well, what I would say is in this moment in here, you can have a conversation. Very brief, it'd have to be brief, but you can have a brief conversation in the few seconds before you have to make the decision to pop out.
I'll just look around panicked and see whose eyes I can catch. Go time!
I don't know.
You wouldn't have heard me say let's go, so it's down to you guys what you want to do.
We can't leave them out there.
Who's in the lamp with me?
Everyone except for Aria and Gaiak, basically.
Aria knows that we can hear her from outside the lamp.
She would call if
like
she's needed. Yeah, if we are needed, correct?
Well, she might not have time.
Did Aria say let's go or not?
She didn't, but like you say, you can hear what's going on outside. And
Yeah, you hear them take a lot of damage.
You hear the hit markers.
down to your discretion, but yeah. I can't see what's going on. So.
Yeah, we didn't see the number pop up after they took the hit, showing how much damage it was. So.
I don't know why I find that so funny. I've just imagined the little white cross marks.
Yeah.
All right then. I will ready my action. If I hear, if it sounds like they're in trouble again, I'll pop us out.
Okay.
If they're in dire need of help, screaming, dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. All right. Sure. Is that the end of your turn? Then you're going to hold your action to use your bonus action to get out of the lamp.
Yeah.
What was the context of that again? Just so I can.
So if I hear
make sure I know.
Stars or Aria like, then I'll pop out.
Or in pain or anything.
You know,
If
like
they scream bloody
screams of
murder.
pain, screams of pain and help.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Which brings us to setting stars. But before he goes,
What?
The reaction.
We need to pop up.
it is an old dragon.
Yeah.
It kind of leans forward, and its gaze looks towards where you are, Aria, and it goes. What I'll say is that the spores are still lingering in the air, and they kind of begin to swirl and coalesce around you.
I got allergies.
Hay fever.
And it is going to.
I got allergies.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Again.
No. No, hold on. You haven't rolled anything yet. It's going to do it.
You're way too excited about
This
this.
is
and that makes me
shitty.
nervous. You're way too
Is this
excited
shitty?
about
It
this.
might be, but I want to do it. I want to do it.
Do it.
Is-
Kill him.
The spores coalesce around the setting stars instead.
No!
And you see him.
Oh no.
That is going to be on this wisdom saving throw. It's not very good. I'm going to let you know now. That is he rolled a natural 8. His wisdom save is 2. For some reason, I thought monks would have them better than that. So there's a 10. He fails. Puts his hands up towards the dragon. Turns to you. I just knocked some shit over. He's going to try and attack you, Aria.
Oh my god.
That might not actually hit. That is going to be... that's a 17 to hit.
Crazy.
Fuck, yeah. So he swings over towards you.
Sudden strikes. Oh god.
Wait, let me read the...
DM's
specifics
payback.
of it. I'm gonna use unset. No, he can't see, so it doesn't matter. It's fine, I won't use that. I'll use uncanny dodge instead.
Oh, you're right. You are invisible, so he has disadvantage on this. That was a higher roll. That is going to be 6 bludgeoning damage. Whook! You get cracked in the stomach. You manage to leap out the way, seeing it coming. Even though you're surprised, you saw the change and you leapt out the way. It does still crack you in the stomach a little bit, so that reduces the damage by half. Correct? And I now need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh lord.
I actually get advantage on these because of a invocation.
Nice.
Okay.
Let me just double check that I've still... Yeah, Eldritch Mind, so I've got advantage on this.
Oh,
It's
really?
not a high DC.
Okay, so 13.
That's not enough. As you get cracked in the stomach, you think you've leapt away from it enough, but as you land on your legs again, they kind of tremble, and you go to react. Your body seizes up for a moment. You are stunned.
And invisibility drops as well.
The invisible. Will it
You want
drop?
to roll a separate one for that, because I took damage.
You're right. Yes. So if you're concentrating on it, yeah, you roll a Constitution
Okay,
saving
it
throw.
was a fail anyway, because that was for the stuns. That was a fail anyway. This is the one.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
get
This is the
advantage on.
Constitution.
This is
Yeah.
the
So
one
you
I
need
get
to just get a 10.
17.
Yeah. You're
So
you're
it's
fine.
still invisible.
Oh no, he won't be invisible, will he now? Because he used it in action.
He attacked.
Oh, did you make both of them invisible?
They're
Oh
both
right.
invisible,
Okay.
But I'm
Okay. I didn't realize he was invisible as well. It doesn't actually make a difference. But yeah. So you are still invisible. He kind of fades back, and you see him look at you as he pulls the fist away.
Alright, so yeah, okay.
Okay. He like looks at you. I just wanted to check something. He looks at you and he lowers his fist. I am sorry. and he seems to have come back to his senses. And he sees the situation, looks up at the dragon. We need help!
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
The bat signal.
Each of you apparate outside around.
Yeah, so all of us.
Go Power Rangers.
Like that, we'd all be out of that lamp.
Yep.
Yeah, so all of you place yourselves wherever you'd like to in the space 5 foot around Aria or closest you can get. Bear in mind, this dragon is 40 foot up on the building, so even if you move into this space, you're not in range. You're not in 5 foot range of it. Just so you know. If it has a 5 foot reach.
Are we? So we're not on top of the building.
Yeah.
So you're not on top of the building. You're outside. So what I'd say is, just move your yourselves in the space that's closest as you can get. You are on the street.
Okay.
So yeah. If you'd like to be.
That's not good for a
Very mighty brave of you there. Yep. But that is now going to bring it to Setting Star's turn. Shit. He says into Tabaxi. Alright, what is he going to do? What's he going to do? Oh my goodness. Alright, so 5, 10, 15. 15 foot to run through your spaces, and you watch him like run. What he does is he slides beside you. I'm kicking everything in this room. He slides beside you, Aria, and as you appear, Eridel, he ducks down and tumbles under your legs and keeps the momentum going as he starts running up the side of the building, which would take him. So that was 15 foot to move. So it would be 55 foot to get up to this space as he lands on the top.
I do not like people playing with my mind.
And he's going to just start punching.
Oh yeah. The balls of this guy.
You can tell that we're in a new house now because I like to shout a lot more.
The acoustic.
Alright, so...
I can hear it all the way up here.
Yes. I heard you screaming yesterday.
Listen, I was being
because of
attacked by
Hellblade.
Norse gods.
Alright, so he's got at least 3 attacks here. So the first attack, he's used 1 key point already. That's a natural 19, which is going to hit. So that is 5. No, it's more than that. That's 7 bludgeoning damage. Crack right into the hide. He's going to make the dragon roll a Constitution saving throw here.
Do it.
That's a natural 20.
Oh.
Let's go.
Second attack. He kind of cracks in the side on one bit. Shit. It's tough! That's a natural 17. That's going to hit as well. That's another 5 bludgeoning damage on that. It's going to force him to make another Constitution saving throw. That's a natural 17, which is going to succeed. So he's used 2 key points already. He leaps up and goes for like a roundhouse kick in the air. You watch him pirouette in the air and crack into the back of the dragon as he goes for his 3rd hit as a bonus action. Okay, I need to check that. That is going to be... that's a 21 to hit. For nice 9 bludgeoning damage on that one, and then he's going to spend another key point. All right, that's a natural 1 on the dragon. So the dragon is going to use one of its legendary resistances to get away from using it. This is the beauty of monks, is they just drain legendary resistances. And then he's going to use another key point. He's going full out in this turn. He's going to use... Oh, I took down that down by too many. He's going to use a key point again to a flurry of blows and go for a 4th and final attack, which is going to be a 19, which also hits for another 9 bludgeoning damage. Oh, that's not correct. That is... that damage. And then he's going to make another Constitution saving throw. That is going to succeed. That's a natural 16 plus a lot. So, alright. You watch Setting Stars crack, goes for a kick, and as it hits the dragon's back, you can see there's a moment where you watch its tongue seize up and its tail freezes. as it manages to resist through its sheer power, and then the final hit just doesn't manage to stun it either. I don't have many of those left. And he's going to, then he's moved 55 foot. He's going to take another 5 foot step away. He doesn't trigger opportunity attacks because he also has the mobile feat. You all get to make self-insert characters at one time. Setting stars might be mine, alright? Here's my DM PC.
Only he was a rat, you could call him Master Splinter.
Oh, dearie me. So, that brings us to Eridal's turn.
Okay, so I am going to rage. Pop a little rage out into the universe, and then I'm going to see if I can scale up the building. I don't know if that's like an athletics check. Maybe I need to make, like, use an action to...
So the building is very tall. It's going to take you... Effectively, it's like difficult terrain. It's going to add... Every foot is an extra foot.
Right, okay.
So to get to the top, it would cost you 80 foot of movement to get to the top.
Damn, okay.
However... For the sake of cool, because you're raging as well, I'll say, if you make me an athletics check, you could try and high jump, as your action. Not as your action, sorry, as part of the movement, and it might give you a bit of a boost, but it might not get you to the top. Depends on what you roll.
25.
Okay. With this moment you rage, the tattoos are glowing once again, that sort of psionic aura around you. You bend down and launch yourself up into the air. So you move, you jump a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier. So I'll say you won't have to have moved the 10 foot to get into this. So, what's your strength modifier? 5. Okay, so we'll round that up to about 10 foot.
Okay.
So you grab onto the wall, and you can begin to scale.
Okay, cool.
If you'd like.
Absolutely, I want to start doing that.
Okay, so you're about... so it's going to cost you... I think you're still going to need to use your dash to get up there, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so you begin to climb up, scaling as quickly as you can, just literally yanking yourself. It's like the Assassin's Creed stuff, you're just pulling yourself up, grabbing. All of you watch suddenly as Eridal just, with sheer speed, is climbing up. Eventually, you get to the top on the roof. A few of the slates slip under your foot and crash down below 40 foot on the ground. And now this dragon is right in front of you, and its head turns to you.
Can I ask something really quickly, just while it's my turn? I have an ability that is a reaction, and it says that you can use your psychic whispers. It's the psychic assault one, specific to the barb subclass that you made. You can expend your reaction to use one of your psychic whispers to cause the creature to roll with disadvantage. It basically creates like a torrent of sound. Does it take damage from that, or what's the actual effect of it?
Let me see. What was this on? Sorry, this was on your psychic. It was on your psionic power psychic assault.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay. So your limited psychic whispers can be used to confuse your enemies in battle by releasing a torrent of sound in their mind. So when you're hit by an attack roll from a creature within 20 foot of you, you can use your reaction to expand one of your psychic whispers. That should be in italics. You can expend one of your psychic whispers and cause them to roll with disadvantage. So effectively, if they hit you, you can use that as a reaction, and then they have to re-roll and take the lower.
Cool. That's all I wanted to ask. That's the end of my turn.
However, just so you know, it is immune against people.
Yep.
No effect against creatures. Okay, you already know that. Yeah, cool. I don't know why I'm telling you. We made it together. All right, that's the end of your turn.
Yep, that's all I can do.
All right, Storm.
So, not had my blade unsheathed yet. Put my hand down where it unsheathed, and as I'm unsheathing it, you just hear the whine of my claws against the blade as it scratches. It comes out already lit up with runes.
Am I gonna do this now?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I don't know. Alright, so can I see it from down here? Or is it kind of lightly obscure?
It is. I'm gonna say it has got half. The angle right, where you are stood right now, it's difficult to see. It's got 3/4 cover where you are. If you took like maybe 15, 20 foot away from it, like here or here, ping, then you'd be able to see it because it is a huge creature. I mean, the general area of effect that it has is about 20 foot by 20 foot by 20 foot, but its tail extends beyond that. This is a massive, massive dragon.
I haven't moved yet, so I forget I can do this. So I'm gonna run for this wall here, and what you said is like 40 feet up, right, or something.
Yeah. So we'll just say, for the sake of it, this little dark bit here is outside, because otherwise this the map's yeah, the dark bit here is all the ground.
Scale the building with my claws, my blade in hand, and as I get up, do a little pirouette, and I carve like a door frame shape. And as it starts, you see all this like lightning come in this like kind of door frame shape.
Oh my god!
And you watch as it kind of moves, and it's like humming and shivering, and it's like goes with this like almost like, I don't know, like a guillotine. It moves with such a pace, like towards the dragon in this like guillotine square shape.
What the fuck is this?
It needs to make me a dexterity saving throw.
What the fuck is this?
It's nothing. No, you might recognize the flavor. I used it before. You might. I could tell you.
I'm debating it.
The dragon might know what spell it is.
What spell is it? And I'll make a decision whether it knows.
Disintegrate.
Disintegrate?
Oh.
I'm gonna make it roll an Arcana check here.
Disintegrate.
Seen that one in a while.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. I'm gonna say it can see that you're casting something much more powerful than it was expecting. So it's going to use a legendary resistance to resist that effect.
Does nothing. What?
I know what it's like to lose a disintegrate.
Yeah.
You have my sympathies. You have my sympathies. F's in the chat, guys.
That's the chat. I probably used like 40 feet to get here. I can probably move more though because of I hadn't moved last turn. What is it again? It goes up 10, doesn't it? Yeah, I can move another 40 feet. I'm gonna move out of.
Are you doing your double?
Yes, yes. I'm doing my double. Where's the thing? Where's the ruler? I'm gonna move to this part here. It's all like roof. This up here, isn't it? Assume it's still roof.
Let me check. I need to scroll out. Where are you? I cannot see you. Oh, up there. Yes. Yeah, the roof is all the buildings in the roofs. We'll say that just generally they're 40 foot high.
Right, yeah.
To scale a building.
I'm up here then.
Okay. Awesome. In which case, Alistair. But before Alistair, Eridel, you turn to see as its head is looking towards you, and that snake-like tail suddenly moves like a whip and tries to strike out at you.
Okay.
That is going to be another legendary action used.
I'm gonna use that psychic assault ability to try and make it roll with disadvantage. If it has a intelligence of 6 or lower, then it does nothing.
Okay. Intelligence of 6 or lower. Oh, it does not have an intelligence. This thing is smart.
Good.
What was its thing again? I know, I'm asking you what it was.
It was a 1.
I'm gonna flavor it a little bit. So as Eridel sees the tail kind of whipping around towards her, you see her kind of like step back into a defensive position. Her tattoos kind of glow, and she opens her mouth, but to everybody around her except the dragon, no sound comes out. But you see these kind of ripples in the air just kind of emanating from her mouth, almost like you know when something's so loud it like vibrates in the air. and it just heads directly for the dragon. I'm gonna try and like throw it off.
Alright, okay. Right, I actually need to check something right now, because that might have a specific... Right, it's not there, so I'm going to say it probably doesn't have what I'm thinking of. Okay. Alright, yeah, there's this scream that fills its ears. It's going to roll with disadvantage on this. Should have been rolling the one with the natural dragon in it. Alright, here we go. A disadvantage, that is going to be a... that is still pretty hefty. That is going to be a 13 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay, so as it screams, it still lashes out, but you get the feeling that the scream has at least kind of like caused it to misinterpret where you are, and like a cracking whip, it slams off to the side, just ahead of you, to your right, which it would have been a nasty hit if it had.
Yeah, you dragon boy.
Which is gonna... Oh, I did it again. I always skip when I do legendary actions. So, Alistair, it is your turn.
Okay, Alistair's first of all is going to take one step forward. And he's going to lift up his scythe, and the scythe emits... instead of emitting fire this time, it just emits this black smoke. The black smoke raises up, goes over the dragon, as I cast Firestorm.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Yes, I love that spell.
Alright, okay. Firestorm, eh?
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
This is a cool spell.
Okay. Makes a dexterity saving throw, did you say?
Yep, I'll put it in
Oh,
there.
fucking hell.
Oh,
Alright, yeah. Do you want...
It may.
It's making a dex save, okay.
That's damage you fit.
Oh, that's gonna be probably... that's 22
Yep,
on its dex save.
It's half damage.
Okay.
And
so is it a specifically...
basically, I get... put it in the chat just so... see if I'm saying something wrong. I get 10 10-foot cubes that I can arrange in whatever way I want. And each creature must make a dex saving throw or take 7d10 fire damage whilst in that area.
Okay, hold on. Choose plant life in the area can be unaffected. Okay.
So as long as they're attached, they can be in any order.
I will get back to you on that, Gaiak, but that is a good question. Alright, so the area of the storm consists of up to 10 10-foot cubes, which can be arranged however you want, as long as one side is adjacent. Okay, yeah. So I'm just thinking here, 10-foot cubes. I guess technically you could do 4 of them on it.
Yeah.
What?
So it would take 4 times the damage.
That's insane.
I'm going to say that because it doesn't say... I mean, it doesn't say a creature can't be affected by more than 1 cube at the same time.
Yeah.
Likewise, I guess it also doesn't say a creature can. However, unless it says it can't, it can. In my view. So
hit the same target multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, have a look, but I'm gonna rule it as it does right now. So 60. That's 60 additional.
It says you can either be in the
There's
area
no.
or, I don't know. I'll let you look at it, but it says it's the exact question we're answering. And someone said no here.
This is the area, so I would interpret.
The area. The area of the storm can. I see. Yeah, you're right. So it's the area of the storm that the storm does the damage. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Though that would be very, very good. Right.
That'd have been 20.
All right. So, what does it look like as this fucking flaming storm appears?
Just appears above it, and then silence, and then these like literal purple, what seems like raindrops, but they're on fire, just torrential downpours onto the dragon.
Oh my goodness.
And
As it like pours down over its scales, you watch it leaps out the way of most of the storm as it splatters across the roof. And a little bit does get on it. You can see it goes down like the right shoulder and coats part of the right wing, and there's this sound as some of the fungi pops and bursts, and it just lets out this
Clever.
And then I'm going to use Quicken Spell to bonus action aid on 3rd level on myself, Aria, and Kensei.
Alright, so
10.
how much is that? 15? At 3rd level, is it not 5th? Oh, it's a 2nd level spell, isn't it?
2nd level spell,
So 10.
So you're increased by 10 HP.
10 temporary hit points, or I heal 10.
So your overall goes up by 10, and you heal the additional 10.
Lovely.
To answer your question, Gaiak, that is correct.
Okay.
I forgot you had that.
Okay.
God fucking damn it. I forgot you had that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Oh. So, is that the end of your turn, Alistair, as you cast that spell?
That is the end of my turn.
Oh, whereabouts are you on here? Oh, I see you. You're there. Alright, so, those of you that have the 10 pit points, make sure to make note of that.
Yes.
And that will bring us to Kensei.
Okay, straight off the bat, this thing's 40 feet above.
Oh, hold on a second. You were very, very quiet there for me.
Yeah, let me tell you about. How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I had to I boosted up your thing.
I literally turned the mic like 2 centimeters to the left. But, okay, first things first. The building in front of me with Gecko Greco on him. He's 40 feet up in the air, right? Oh, you're cutting out here. I can't hear you.
God damn it! I was muted again. He's 40 foot up on the roof. Yeah.
Can I see the building that he's standing on? Can I see a route up to the roof from there? Like a staircase or something?
Not an external staircase. The thing is, the stairs are also large, so they would be like you'd have to still climb them because they'd be stairs for giants. So not that you can see. It is scalable, but it does take double your movement.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to get up to the roof even if I dashed on this turn, even though.
Unless you use the. Well, I mean you'd still be climbing up with your movement unless you used an action surge to burn an entire action surge on a dash. What I'll give you is that its wings are flapping now that it's been sprayed with this flame.
I kind of want to get on this level though. Okay, the tower that we've just exited, is there a balcony or anything overlooking above us that is on the same level as the building opposite?
In terms of in the tower?
Yeah.
So the tower is completely closed off. There's no windows in it. You remember that last time because it was only one single doorway that you could get through. It's like literally just this tiny. Well, it's not tiny, I suppose, but compared to the other buildings, it is. So the tower is actually probably smaller than the buildings. Yeah, there are no windows. It's completely encased.
Okay. In that case, hearing that the wings are getting going, he's probably going to leave that spot soon. I'm going to go ahead and dive for cover inside this house.
Sure, yeah, you can run over. I mean, you've got such a high strength, I'm not even going to ask you for a check on that. I mean, the doors are heavy, but you've got a ridiculous... You've literally got the strength of giants, so you can open it without an issue.
The equivalent of a mouse doing a fucking action movie kick on a giant door.
Is that what you're going to do? You're going to go shift inside the house?
I'm going to jump in there. If I see a staircase up to the roof of this building, I'm going to start my way up it, and I'm going to dash to get as far as...
Okay. So as you run over to the house... push the door open, and in front of you, you look inside. you can see there is a staircase that leads up to a second floor. The area that you're looking at the moment looks to be like what you could best describe as a very large dining room. Chairs that are chairs and a table that are the size, like the height of maybe a very tall ceiling in a house. And you know, it's all very like large versions of a living room space, though it's all covered in ash, like a very thin layer of ash and dust that permeates the city of Emberforge. But you can see a staircase that leads up, but it is going to require you to climb up it. It is still going to be more difficult to get up, but I guess it'd be better than climbing up the wall.
Question,
perhaps.
You said I went past a room with like a dining hall or something, right?
That's the room that you open the door into. That's the front room.
As I'm going through that, do I see a fireplace?
Very astute. Yes.
Do I see anything that the giants would possibly use to light a fire? Like a tinderbox or something like that?
Not laying around. Not laying around. There's not any wood in there that you can see. It doesn't. I mean, you can see like the crumpled remains of very old coal and charcoal in there, but not wood.
Okay. As I progress through the house, I'm just gonna, again, using all my movement to get as far up to the roof as I can. I'm gonna try and just keep an eye out for anything that can be used to light a fire.
Okay, so you're heading up the stairs.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll say, because this is a bit more theatre of mind, I'll say that if you use your dash action, you can get in onto the second floor. And you can see there are windows about 15 foot off the ground. It's like the bottom of the window. And you can see just through it, you see the dragon over in this direction. There's a good chance you'll be able to jump across if you need to, but you would be inside the space of the dragon.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be all my movement anyway. So I'm just in case he starts getting breath happy again. I'm going to take cover behind the windowsill.
Okay. You run over to the windowsill. I'll put you over here, and you slide underneath it, back up against it, looking out over it. We come across the building to where the dragon is as it moves to Gaiac's turn, and it uses its final legendary action of this round to make another tail attack on you, Eridel. As it's tried to whip you once, it shifts back, the screaming fades.
I see we are of the same mind.
And it's going to try and whip you with its tail. I don't think you can use the thing again.
Not until the next round.
No. So. Oh my god, that is a 28 to hit.
Wow, yeah, that hits, but I do have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing.
27, even. You do. So that is, and it rolled max as well on that. That is 13 down to 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
So it cracks you on the side. However, I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Okay, strength saving
You're
throw.
going to be pretty good at, to be honest.
22.
Yeah. It cracks you in the side, and you can see it tries to knock you over, and you like look to the side, and more of the tiles at the bottom as you hold onto the tail itself and pull yourself back onto the roof as you've almost kind of been knocked off of it. As the tail pulls away, that's going to be its legendary action. So Gaiac, back to you.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action to end my wild shape. We
Okay.
see a little mouse jump out of Val'Aeria's pocket back into Gaiac. Where's my toe? Oh, there it is.
Underneath Arya.
And I am going to fly 40 feet into the air, and then 10 feet I'll land on the roof over here. And first of all, I'll say that. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm gonna notch an arrow and take a shot at the dragon, obviously.
Okay. Take your shots. How are you going up onto the roof there? Is that what you said you were doing?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just going to put on there that you are 40 foot high. Kensei. Yes. You would be about 30 foot high, roughly. It's probably higher than 40 foot, but just for the sake of theatre in mind, this is what it's going to be. And then you are 40 foot high as well, Storm. Alright, so you are now on the roof, and that's your arrow shot.
Yeah.
14 misses. So you watch the arrow fly across. It cracks against its hide. I need you to tell me when you're using what you're specifically using.
So as
otherwise, I assume it ain't.
As the arrow,
steel and gold longbow.
Yeah, it's got like a gold pattern on it, but
oh right.
As the arrow hits its side and cracks, you don't really see disappointment in Guy's face. He's more like thinking, trying to calculate something. And I'll fire another one. Wow.
This time, the dragon grabs the arrow, and unless you're going to use your thing, the miss. Oh, we can't because it goes to a. There's no other target to hit.
Yeah.
Cracks the arrow in its teeth.
Okay.
And looks towards you, and before you do anything else, it looks at you and just goes,
"Ah, you're the bowman. You will be fun to kill."
And as he says that, as my third attack,
I disagree with that statement.
Which question actually, very important question. So my arcane, my arcane arrows. Can I imbue those abilities into any arrow?
And yeah, unless it says otherwise, yeah.
Okay, well you see Gaiak look down at his quiver. And he pulls out an arrow that by now should have a thick layer of dust.
Of course.
And notches it into his bow. It's the arrow of dragon slaying.
Oh wow, here we go.
And as he pulls it back, the arrow kind of glows and its color shifts to match the dragon's scales, like that purpley color. And the green glow around the arrow kind of gets infected by it as well and turns purple. And just before he releases it, or as he releases the arrow, you hear this small sonic boom sound, because I am gonna make it a piercing arrow so that it definitely
Come
fucking
on, let's go.
Oh, so he has to. That's the wrong arrow that I just sent.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, the piercing arrow I think changes it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What describe the right?
So he has to.
Oh, the ethereal quality. Yeah. I see.
So he has to make a dexterity.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty good at those. You probably were better off attacking him, if I'm honest.
It still gets hit.
It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
It does.
On a failed save, on a successful save, target takes half as much damage. So let me just roll an attack roll so that I can get the damage.
Oh, it takes half as much damage. Yeah. So let's do this piece by piece.
So 7 and then half of 1d6.
I'm just saying, you are right. Could have been a crit.
Yeah, I know, but I need.
Get a crit with that, haven't you? You know how much that would have immediately done. Pretty sure.
To play your mind games.
6, okay.
But as it flies through the air, it kind of looks like it doesn't even make an incision. It just kind of flies through the dragon's side, like the dragon's made of butter.
Butter.
And then he also needs to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Con save, okay.
Die.
I mean, if it was power word kill, it wouldn't even be a save, would it?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that is a dirty 20 again. He's doing a lot of those.
Fuck. Okay, he succeeds. So
Is it half? Surely
Yeah,
half,
on
right?
a save it takes half as much damage. That's half of 6d10.
Where is the...
6d10 though, damn.
Oh, 25. But
That's
it's
a good roll, man.
50. That is sad.
That's a good roll.
Jesus Christ.
And as the arrow enters the dragon and kind of pops out the other side, all of that like purple kind of like decoration on it has completely disappeared, and it's just like a completely normal arrow that just pops out the other side of the dragon and kind of skids along the roof.
Yeah, as it strikes it, you watch it like sink through and fire out the other side, and as it does, you watch this kind of momentary like impact on one side and then a spurt of blood on the other.
What was that?
And the arrow just rolls down the
Used.
thing. It's used now.
Can I just say? Oh wait, so it won't do anything.
Nope, it's been
Damn it.
it becomes non-magical afterwards.
Damn it! I was gonna try
But
and
damn,
throw
that
it
was
back.
fun.
If I didn't have that like piercing arrow, I was literally gonna just fly over to it and improvise weapon the arrow into it. Still would have taken
That would have been good.
So,
Yeah, technically it would do. Yeah.
yeah, that's all of my movement bonus action. Yeah, so you just see as it works and it takes that damage, Gaik is just focused on the dragon, getting ready to notch another arrow, and that's my turn.
Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't deliver to the Underdark.
Next day delivery, if we're alive by then.
Let's create Deliveroo, did you just say? Alright. So, is that the end of your turn, or do you have one more action left? You've shot 2 arrows, right?
3.
First 2 missed, and then the third one was the
Arrow of Dragon Slaying.
the killer.
So that's all.
So you have one more, don't you?
No, I only have 3.
You have 4 arrows, don't you?
Huh? I have 3 attacks.
Why am I suddenly... I'm thinking of your action surge when you have 6, and I'm thinking of Kensei who has a bonus action on top of the extra attack. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Kensei... Woo!
That's
Lots
a
of
lot
attacks.
damage.
A lot of damage!
But yeah, that's me for now.
Alright. Okay, at the top of the round, pulls the claws away out of the eave of the roof.
If you fight like this, Algonthorn will have no problem ripping your mind from your flaccid bodies.
As it... You watch the wings unfurl proper as it launches itself, I'll say 10 foot into the air, which brings it 50 foot. It's now flying. Technically, you use your reaction. You can't attack of opportunity as it moves out your range. So it's going to move.
Can I?
And then...
I was gonna do something on my next turn. You know, it tried to like hit me with its tail.
Yep.
I was trying to like hold on to it for my next turn.
So it moved the tail away afterwards,
Grab it.
after you kind of let go. I mean, you could try and grab it again, but it's 10 foot up.
Okay.
We go on, Maya. Kratos, the dragon.
Lands on the ground. Actually, I should have rolled for this beforehand, but we'll see.
Oh, please don't have my breath back.
Fucking hell.
It just bears down at you. It rises up, its neck reaching out like this serpent.
Got it.
This spray of spores flies across you. I need... it's a 60-foot cone. Kensei, it's not going to hit you because you're inside the building. Zuko, Gaiak, Alistair, and Arya, I need you to make me...
Fail mine, no. I'm stunned.
Not a constitution, it's a dexterity on stun.
Would it still hit me on the roof
You're stunned. So stunned is you are paralyzed, I believe. No, it is a separate thing. It's incapacitated, can't move, and can barely speak, basically. Automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against you have advantage. So when you're incapacitated, you just can't take actions or reactions. So it is still a con save. It's your body fighting this stuff.
Will it still hit me on the roof?
Con save.
Yes. It's a 60-foot cone.
I'll use my necklace. Roll that again.
I might actually say it does it a little bit further back than that.
Could have been lovely. 10.
All right, so let's see.
I'm gonna add a D4 as well.
Gayak, you've done that. Is anyone else who's rolled on that? Oh, because your art looks the same now. It's sometimes hard to see. So your con save is I'll tell you what. Go through. What's your con save, Suzuka? What was your save?
15.
15. Okay. Fails. Alistair.
20.
Succeeds. Aria.
10.
Fails. And who else was it? Gayak, did I ask you?
20.
20. Succeeds.
Oh.
This is not good, guys.
Alrighty.
Alright, so that could have been worse rolls, to be honest. Oh, I keep rolling a D8 instead. Alright, so you are very lucky here. As it breathes out, the arrow slaying still wounds its side. And you watch blood spray out its mouth at the end of the breath weapon attack. Each of you take shit.
You take shit.
I don't take shit.
27 if you failed. Which would make it
13.
So it's 26, 13, yeah. On a success, those of you that succeeded, you take 13. Those of you who failed, and who failed again?
Me.
And Aria, yeah.
Okay, so both of you, both of you see, once again, Aria, more of these people are appearing from behind the dragon, the assassins. You've seen them again now. Maybe they are real. Maybe they've come to finish the job they started. Zuko, as you look around you, the ground begins to rumble.
Prince Zuko.
As this cloud giant appears from around the building, both of you are now frightened of the dragon. So I'm going to put a little fear token on ye.
Alright.
Oh no.
Yep. So, just so I can tell you. So 27 on you who failed and 13 on those who didn't. I, for some reason, can't do the token. It's because I'm clicking on the wrong button. Alright, so you can repeat it at the end of each of your turns. But that is its full action. It turns to having its legendary actions again. So it's Aria, your turn.
Was I meant to re-roll my thingy when I came out of my wild shape? My initiative.
Different dexterity, 'cause you have...
Oh yes, we were going to do that. Yeah, let's do that again. So now that we're at the top of the round, basically,
6 anyway.
we'll see how that goes. I should have made note when you got stunned. It was after your turn, so the stun will end after your turn, Aria.
I thought I had to save to get unstunned.
Not from a stunning strike. It's until the attacker's next, the end of the attacker's next turn, I believe.
So I'm not stunned anymore?
So you are stunned because it happened on the legendary action after your turn.
It happened before Setting Stars' turn, though, I believe.
Yes, it did because he moved up. So
He'll be up
I'm going to say after your turn, you'll no longer be stunned. But before that, let's see what you rolled. Didn't select your token. Honestly, it just moves you above Ken. So that is really sad. Alright, so it is your turn. You are stunned. You freeze there in place. Like, you're not sure if you're frozen by fear or if your body is still stuck. But as your turn comes to an end, you can move your body again. You're no longer stunned. However, you are still frightened. You're frightened of the dragon. So, Zuko, it is now your turn, and you are also frightened of the dragon. So, just a reminder of what that means. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls whilst you can see the dragon. Or at least when it's in line of sight. And you can't willingly move closer to it. You can stay in the same place, you don't have to run away, but you can't move closer.
That's alright. I'm gonna... whereabouts do I see this, like, giant? Like, what direction do I see that coming from?
I'd say it's in the same direction of the dragon. It's like coming from behind the building over here.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my movement then to run away, like, down this alleyway over here.
Alright.
Just like... out of view. And then I'm just gonna, like, calm down. And I'm gonna just hold onto the lamp. And little clouds start coming out of the spout and into my ears, and I'm going to cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
So that means that if I'm already charmed, frightened, or possessed, I get advantage on any new saving throws to resist it.
All right.
I'm also further immune to that kind of stuff, and I am protected against the aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. But I don't think that really matters in this fight. Maybe. So yeah.
All right, I'll put that little symbol on you to indicate that you've been kind of blessed to a degree. All right. So is that your main action? Is that your whole turn?
That's my action, and then I guess bonus action, I'll activate my flying speed and just kind of slowly begin to fly up the side of the building 30 feet.
Okay. So you're using the rest of your movement to climb the building?
Well, I'm going to activate my flying speed and just kind of hover up the side of it.
Oh, right, okay. So...
I can only get 30
how much?
feet,
Yeah, 30 feet. So I'll put you on as... I'll put your speed as... your height at 30. Which, for those of you that don't know, is the little blue number that I use.
That'll be my turn, sir.
Alright. So, as it comes to stars... Dragon is going to use 2 of its legendary actions. As you watch it open its mouth again, and spores begin to swirl out, and they begin to fly up towards you, Gaiac. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Natural 20, 27.
Alright, as they come towards you, you use your wings to beat and create this gust of wind, and the spores blow away, and you are unaffected. That was a lot of its legendary stuff as well. So, Eridel, it comes to your turn.
How far down is it?
40 foot.
How much damage would I take if I jumped?
Well, technically it's 20 foot because it's a 20 foot. It's like 20 foot high.
How much damage would I take if I jumped onto it?
If you jumped onto it, it would be 1d6 because you would be falling 20 feet.
I can handle that. All right. Does it count as bludgeoning damage?
It is just bludgeoning damage. You would be resistant to it.
Okay. Cool. I can handle
And
that.
in addition to that, the way in which I roll fall damage is that when you roll the roll damage is rolled, and then any damage, like the normal damage before any like resistances or any kind of modifiers on that, it's split between the person that's been landed on and you.
Sick. All right,
The most you can take is 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in that case,
Yes.
I'm gonna draw my short sword, and I'm gonna use my psychic fury on it and leap off the building with the sword plunging down, and as she plunges down, this burst of like purple energy comes out from her hand and wraps around the sword. So if I hit it, it deals an additional 2d8 of psychic damage.
All right. Zuko, roll me the save, please. That I forgot to ask for. You got advantage as well.
What was it, con or whiz?
It was a wisdom save.
Time to ride the world's most dangerous mechanical bull.
With advantage? Yeah, that's enough.
Let's
You're no longer
go.
frightened. The image of the dragon, the giants disappear.
Nice.
Okay, right, short sword, let's go. Oh, wait.
So you jumping down?
Yeah, I'm jumping down, let's do it.
All right.
Is it 18 to hit?
Both of you take 1 damage. 18 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Yes! Okay, right, let's roll some damage. Why is it not rolling the damage? Oh, there we go. Alright. 3 rage and 8 piercing, and then that's 2d8 of psychic damage on top of that. Why can't I...
Okay, 3 rage. So you're just using an actual blade then, rather than psionic stuff.
Yes, but I am wrapping it
Okay.
with psionic energy. For some reason,
All right,
my...
so
oh, never mind.
11.
D8.
So it's 11 piercing.
Yep, and then roll 13 psychic damage on top of that.
Okay, nice. As you fall down, crack into its back, it barely feels it. As you plunge the blade in with the momentum. It's funny enough, I had someone do this exact thing last week. Oh yeah, you were there for it. You were there for that one. This is thievery of the highest degree. As you land and plunge the blade into its back, and it pulses with psionic energy, you watch it go.
You merely adopted psionics. I was born with it.
You learn as you pulse the psionic energy through it. It is immune.
Immune?
It's immune to psionic
my
damage,
gosh.
psychic damage, which is so funny because the dragon has immunity to psychic damage,
You didn't add that.
but an illithid doesn't. Why? Please, look, wizards, I ask you a question. Like, I'm not shitting on you. I just want to know why that's the case.
Blame
Like,
me.
Oh, man.
please, like.
Okay.
Anyway.
I am gonna try my absolute best to stay with the sword, obviously, like plunged into its back, like to stay like held onto it. I'm almost imagining myself like on its neck, like holding on.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so at the end of your turn we come to Storm. I think.
Yes.
Did I skip setting stars?
Wait. Oh, you
Where
might
is
have
stars?
14. He should have been before.
Oh shit, I completely skipped stars. Right, I'm gonna do stars
yeah.
first. So, seeing you do that, I like your thinking. Leaps off and you watch him twirl in the air. He goes for a strike on the back. As he falls down, he takes no damage. Because monks. He is going to make his first attack. Yeah, there's no flanking going on here. That's a natural 2. Like, rolls off the back, manages to use his claws to not fall off the dragon as he goes for 2 immediate, just straight punches into its lower section. You can see the scales are like slightly softer and weaker on the underbelly. That is going to be... I should get a sheet up for that because I knew the other one didn't hit, but this one probably does. Yeah, that will hit. So 19 for 10 bludgeoning damage. I guess I keep trying! And he's going to try and make it do a con save. Whoa. It's going to have to be super low, I think. Yeah, that is going to succeed. That is a 17. So that one's wasted, unfortunately. So that's one of his attacks. That is going to hit as well. That is another 9. Is it 9? Let me just check. No, it is 8. It's going to make him do another con. Exactly the same number. Goes for a third strike. That is going to be 15. Is going to miss, and he's going to spend another key point to try and do. Ah, shit! That's just misses. So he manages to hit twice and get like enough damage in there, but he's like trying to punch the other bit as the dragon flails with you on it, and crack, just hits into the hide. Ugh. And he's gonna drop off the dragon round back.
Shit.
And that is going to bring us to Storm again.
Right. Let's have a look. I'm gonna move to the edge of the roof of the building here. 20 feet. I don't know.
Oh, you're not on the building, I
I'm on the
think,
roof,
right?
I'm on the roof. Edge of the roof.
Fiddler on the roof.
Yeah. The shadow makes it difficult to know when it comes to an end, but yeah, we'll say there.
I can see like a kind of an ending there. Like,
Yeah. I'm. It's just my screen's a little darker. Sure.
it's not within range anyway, is it? I love it.
You're 40 foot up. It's 20 foot. So unless it had like a 20-foot range, then no. You're not in range.
Looking at everyone down here, how is everyone looking?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
Could be worse. Could be a lot worse, to be honest.
Alright, I'm going to keep the tactical advantage then. So I'm going to do a little with my blade and watch like 5 little darts just like kind of appear in like a kind of hexagon in front of me. I think it's 5.
Okay.
I can't remember. I'm doing magic myself with like these lightning darts.
All right.
1 for each one at a level above it. It starts at 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then 4.
What level are you doing this?
I'm doing level 4.
Level 4. Okay.
4, 5.
So 6, I believe. All right. So 3, 6, 11, 16, 21, 25, force damage. All right. Yeah, that's nice damage.
That's the same as the arrow.
Yeah, the darts fly into the air and fire down and crack on the side of the hide, and you watch her scale fly off and hit the ground as it looks over.
There's a weak point down there.
Looks back, its head just kind of turns back and like turns around at you.
What?
Wasn't talking to you, ugly.
Alright, I thought you said ugly down there. Alright.
No,
So.
Wait, were you talking to me?
No, I said there's a weak. I said in reference to the piece of the thing. I said there's a weak point down there.
Oh.
Oh, right.
I don't know why. Is my mic picking up my voice?
No, you were just muffled a little bit, I think. Anything else, Storm?
No, that's it.
Alright, Alistair.
Alright, Alistair lifts up his hand and points to, I'd say... Is this space occupied by the dragon?
That space is, yeah.
Points to this space here, and raises his hand as I cast... See... Guardian of Faith in that space there.
Okay.
I'll put it in the chat. So I summon a guardian for 1 hour. That is the wrong one. That's locate creature.
No, that's I was gonna say.
This is the spell that I'm going to cast. So a large creature for the duration, it occupies the space of your choice. You can see it within range. The guardian occupies the space as this. What does it say? Oh yeah, as
that is indistinct except for a gleaming sword, shield, etc.
any creature that is hostile towards you moves within the space or is in 10 foot of the space. The guard, for the first time, it must succeed a dexterity saving throw. The failed save, the creature takes 20 radiant damage. On a failed save, takes half damage, and the guardian will vanish when taking 60 damage.
Let me just reread that section. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 foot of it for the first time on a turn. So it specifically has to move a space within it. So if it moved like 5 foot, I guess technically, because it is still a space. But if it's already in it, I don't know. I mean, that seems a bit weird, doesn't it? But I tell you what. I'll tell you what. For the sake of you having been able to cast this, I'll say that on the start of its turn, it will treat it as if it had moved into the space for the first time. So, what does your guardian look like?
Well, it says it's indistinct, isn't it? So other people can't see it.
I think you can see it. I think guardian occupies blah blah blah, and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword. Oh right, so the spectral guard, the actual guardian itself is invisible, but like there might be something distinct, an indistinct thing about it that exists there.
You see a scythe.
A scythe appears, and I'll put that in there.
And as I lower my hand, I put it on Aria's shoulder, and as a bonus action, I cast protection from good and evil. Yeah, protection from evil or good. So I put my hand on her shoulder, and I just say to her, "You are safe around us. Do not worry." As radiant energy covers that her body.
Safe space.
This is
This is a safe space.
And that is my turn.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you have advantage against your fear save, I guess.
Oh, beautiful.
Alright, which brings us to Gaiac. However, before it does...
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Yellow?
No, never mind. It's all good. It's already used its legendary action.
Alright.
So, Gaiac, it is you.
Fire an arrow with it. Nah, I'm gonna...
Enough the flame.
Can I see a round of Gaiac played by Leolor?
Alright, yeah.
Let's interrupt this really tense battle with Leolor running Gaiac for a round.
I'll fly over here, innit? Land there. Me copy paste this one. Right, and I'm gonna fire an arrow in at the dragon.
It's Leolor been drinking.
But I've had a few, alright. Just maybe like 6. Alright. I'll fire an arrow. 29.
Yeah, that is.
And I'm gonna make that a grasping arrow, which does this.
Grasping arrow.
So
Grasping arrow.
it takes an extra 2d6 poison.
Okay.
So that's 10. Its speed is reduced by 10 feet. It takes 2d6 slashing. The first time it moves more than 1 foot on a turn. Yeah. So try.
That arrow got grip.
Oh, got gorilla grip.
Never want to hear that ever again.
I am gonna fire another arrow. But I'm gonna try and sharpshooter it this time. 17.
17 just hits.
Oh, 16.
That's the poison damage. As it takes poison damage, oh shit.
What?
My bad. It's resistant, not immune. What was the damage? Do you remember the damage of your psychic stuff? It's resistant, it's not immune.
13, I think.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'll put down 6. Yeah, my bad on that one, Chief.
No problem.
So it's 16. Thank you.
16 magic arrows.
So, It is resistant to the poison damage as well, so that brings it to
5.
that. And then that third arrow even. Second. Brings it to mental math in my head. Okay.
Why not sharpshooter again? Why not?
Oi!
Roll me another d20. No way! No way! No way! I had so many plans! I had so many plans! Oh my god!
What do we do?
Oh.
This has never happened before.
Roll me let me do 100. This is I'm pretty sure this is the first time it's happened.
No, well, it happened from a player, yeah, but it happened in this campaign from a frog.
From a frog. And another 20. What is going on?
Wow, alright.
I kind of want to make that an insta-kill, to be honest. Hold on, I need to figure out the damage that you rolled beforehand. Jesus.
Oh,
like I've not even put the 16 on yet. Fuck me. All right, hold on. There we go. So, hold on, just a little while longer.
It was sharpshooter as well.
Hold on.
That was like additional.
If anyone gets where that's from, that is very impressive. I'll give you inspiration if you know what I was just doing.
Read it again.
Will anyone know? I'm not doing it again. Should have listened.
Hold on.
Should have listened to your DM.
Something like that.
You just said hold on.
Hold on, just a little while longer.
No, I don't know.
Hold on, just a little while more.
The hilarious thing is that I rolled a 1 on that damage as well.
20. After your turn, you move to the top of the initiative order.
Oh.
At least I think I know what you're referencing.
However, I don't think it's... Well, let me just check.
So you're going to go after Ken?
Move top.
Yeah. So I'll go before the dragon.
Dragon.
Fucking
I
crap
need 2
master,
action
Jesus.
surge then.
Right. You basically just got a free one. Alright, oh fucking hell, I just moved Kensei to the top of the order.
As Guy
Where?
fires as Guy fires these 3 arrows, it's just with like a speed that you've never seen before, and he's immediately got another arrow ready to go.
What the fuck is going on? What have I done here? Yeah, oh my goodness, I was getting so confused there. Alright, so let's deal the damage. Let's figure out the damage. So 16 is the roll. It's a D8, so that's a real low roll as well.
Yeah. +4, +11 for sharpshooter. The plus is
sharpshooter doubles as well. Because it's damage. I guess it's technically meant to be dice, but...
So my sharpshooter roll is 1d8.
It is, so the dice are what double, not other things. Okay. So like, if you hit with rage, the rage wouldn't double. But things that are related to dice, so that's why sneak attack does.
Okay.
Well, it does at the moment. Maybe not in 2 years. We shall see. Not anymore, game.
So will that just be 24
So that
damage?
is 24 damage, unless there's anything else that gets added onto that.
No.
Alright. That is a very hefty hit. As you pull that arrow back, it flies. You can see it's going to like breathe again. As it moves around, you see that the arrow is like pushing through the bottom of its jaw.
And as it turns around, like Guy's basically already ready to like let loose of another arrow. But
okay. Is that the end of your turn for now?
Yeah.
Alright, Kensei.
Oh boy. I have fucked myself, I think. I'm 40 feet up now, aren't I?
I know.
But
You're 35 up, you could jump out the window.
this is what I'm thinking. So I can make it just about here, and still have enough movement to get in range with it, I think. But I'd have to jump out the window.
Yeah, you'd have to leap out the window.
Okay.
Which you could do as a long jump.
I'm gonna do it.
You'd have to move 10 speed to get the full long jump though.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to.
But what's it's up to your strength score?
That's 23, but it's not.
23. So we round that up to 25. Oh. I know we should round it down, but fuck it.
Okay. So I would literally just be enough.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Is there glass on this window?
There is glass on the window, 100%.
Going out of it. Woo!
So because it is higher than you, so you're having to run and leap a little early to smash through. As Gaik launches this arrow that just sinks straight through the dragon's head. You hear a as you look up and see Kensei, of course, leaping out of a window with his blades out. As you hit the ground right in front of Aria, you take 10 bludgeoning damage, but you grit your teeth through it. That is your movement. My God, this is awesome.
I'll do the superhero landing, where I just land right in front.
3-point landing.
In front of Aria.
You watch the stone crack under his weight.
Damn.
Just the sheer strength of this man. You just know he could crunch you.
Yes,
you know, he would absolutely.
Crush me, please.
Crush me, Kensei.
Senpai.
Yes.
And then as he lands, Kensei just pulls both his swords out, looks up at the dragon, and goes, "Hello."
Hi.
And then just swings in with all. Oh god, how many attacks do I have now, Christ?
A lot, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, it's been a while. But... Yeah, all 4 of them.
Can't believe that. I can't believe you rolled a second natural 20.
After 121.
What? Are you
Oh, roll again.
Roll another d20. If you roll it again, I'm leaving.
Wait. Oh god, the turtle is in the way.
Okay. I would have left. I would have walked out. He rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck me though. The damage is just ridiculous. Well, I suppose not on this weapon. So that is 9 plus 8, so that's what, 17 already? Jesus Christ. 17. Okay, that's the first strike. Your others?
There's one. 20, so just 9.
9. I mean, I don't even need to tell you these hit, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, that's really low. I'm rolling very low with damage.
Oh, what's a low, yeah. Oh, even lower. Jesus Christ. That's a. I love that. That's what that's a 13 that you've rolled. Oh my God. Okay. Ugh.
And then the last one.
Fucking Kensei. I keep everything away from Kensei because he just tears through everything.
And then the last one with my bonus action. Bloody hell.
Okay.
34.
Oh, the best part about this is you have advantage.
I do?
Yeah, you have advantage because Stars is on the other side of the dragon.
Oh shit.
So, oh my God, yeah, it's looking rough. As you bring the blades out, your blades just carve straight through the scale, chipping away as blood begins to form. You can see it's not looking great. Anything else Ken say? It's your movement, your bonus action, and your action, right? You have... Oh, you do have other things though, right?
Yeah. I wish I hadn't used my bonus now, but fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna briefly, as during the movements of the two swords, I'm gonna switch almost imperceptibly back to just one sword. And I'm gonna go for an action surge for just 3 more strikes.
Just 3.
Just 3. Just 3 little baby taps.
Are these just normal strikes? These aren't Great Weapon Master.
Fuck it, why not? Let's go Great Weapon Master on. If I say Great Weapon Master, do I have to go Great Weapon Master on all of them, or can I just
on which ones you want to. You don't have to do it on all of them.
Fuck it, let's go with the first one as really. Ooh, 16.
18, because you are flanking, which means it does hit. 16 would not have, meaning that is 25 damage. Why did I tell you? I shouldn't have reminded you about it.
Yeah, no. Fuck it. Oh yeah, I have the advantage then. Fuck it, yeah, let's go Great Weapon Master on all these.
Okay, yeah, you got 2 more strikes on it. Yep, 20.
And the last one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry,
Okay.
that was the wrong one.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'll re-roll it with the Weapon Master. Okay, I mean it does hit. More or less the same. Okay, so that's 24 on that one. 24. 24. There we go. Okay. How do you want to do this, Kensei? I mean, come on now. Like, was it not gonna be the case? Did you say how much he was attacking, how much damage he does?
You know what? Because there's a lot going on here right now. I kind of feel like this needs to be a team effort. This finishing move.
Okay. What's your idea on that?
So the last thing that happened before I busted out the window was that Gaiac fired his fucking amazing shot from his bow and arrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His Lee Harvey Oswald's Killer the Kennedy shot. So what's gonna happen as that shot fires? The magical energy from Gaiac's arrow going straight into the neck of the dragon and pinning it momentarily to the ground. Oh no, so it pushes him over just a little bit. Meanwhile, on his back, Eridel is smacking away at his wings, forcing him to push himself even further into the dirt. And they've grounded him. Alistair, sorry, I played Amnesia recently. Alexander. Alistair's scythe comes in, and as it hits the ground, the scythe comes in and pins one of its wings to the ground.
Yes.
Storm and Zuko conjure up some small pieces of magical energy to just zap it and force it further onto the ground. And as all that's going on, it's being forced further and further into the dirt by the weight of all these attacks. Kensei busts through the window and holding the sword aloft with 2 hands. Like a fucking meteor coming down to Earth. Like, just uses the gravity of the fall to just rush with a blade overhead and just decapitate it for him.
As you're coming down and it looks up and sees you, with you all having constantly now blasting it all, and with Eridel kind of holding the wings back, I guess Stars kind of at the back, kind of like holding down one of its legs and trying to constantly like stunning it so it can't move up and stand up. The sheer attacks blasting from the top, it's being constantly crushed deeper and deeper and deeper into the road. And it looks up to see Kensei coming and is able to only utter a few final words.
You may have bested me, but he knows everything about you.
Before he even finishes.
You'll never know. As the blade comes down, the eyes roll back white as the tongue goes slack, and the tail, which is still comes to a pause. and the battle is won.
Oh
Because
my God.
Congratulations.
Didn't expect.
As the dust settles from the battle, Kensei, you pull your blade out from the gore. This dragon now dead in front of you. This is but the first of potentially many obstacles on the way to perhaps winning this war.
I did that cool thing from.
And that is where we're going to take our break. The blade goes in. So that was a chunky battle, but we got there in the end. It kind of went pretty quick, I think. I know that some of you didn't even get a chance to to make an attack there, but
Was it 3 rounds?
Super fast.
there's always more dragons, I guess.
We've got plenty of obstacles ahead of us, don't worry.
Yeah. So we're going to take our break there. We'll be back in 15 minutes to try and see what comes next. So that'll be 22, I think. That's right.
Yeah.
No?
Wait,
Yes. I got my time got mixed up. Yeah. 22. We'll see you then.
You're right.
Welcome back. Managed to catch that. So, where we left off in the previous part, having teleported to Emberforge and the dragon appearing before you, you did battle with it, and using its intelligence, it did manage to get inside the minds of a few of you. Using its connection potentially with the Illithid to gather information on you yourselves, or use said information it already has. But one thing that you noticed as you were battling it is it certainly had a stronger sense of individuality than the Illithid you have previously fought. Regardless, during the battle, with all of you working together to put the dragon down into the ground as Kensei leapt out and cut its head off mid-sentence with a final blow, we return. So, first things I want to say is that was a really cool little ending there, so I'm going to give you all one inspiration for that. Yeah, that was... Deary me. Yep. Why did you make a strength check? So, as the dragon has breathed its final breath, I suppose through its neck hole, the scaled monstrosity is limp on the ground, and you stand alone in Emberforge. You look around to await and see if you are about to be ambushed by Illithid or Zuriel waiting to strike at you, but it never comes. You seem to be alone in Emberforge for certain. What would you like to do?
I think the first thing I'm going to quickly do is lie down and pick up that scale that was knocked off of it, put it in my little bug pouch.
Sure, you have a purple dragon scale. Roll me a perception check. Wisdom. Okay. No. You see no spiders.
Sit in and look out.
What?
Stream's muted that entire time.
Also, did I say Zuko?
Oh, I'm glad I saw it now, though. I'm glad I saw it now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That means you didn't hear
What?
that.
I'm trying to think of oh my god, I've just been sat here in silence for ages. Trying to think of what actually happened there that requires summarization. Debating where to go, trying to turn into a spider. Yes, tried to see if there was any spiders around. And then we're talking about going to the mushroom forest.
Where you met Charlotte before.
Are you sure? Are you serious about the fungus and shrooms?
Yes, you never know. They might taste good.
Okay. 4 dragon fungus.
Are you sure it's a good idea? Didn't you just say that you started to see something?
4 dragon.
Well, perhaps there is a medicinal or recreational use to them.
I don't think using recreational mushrooms while we're trying to fight an army of illithids is necessarily a good idea.
Each to their own.
Does it have like little mushrooms growing on it? On the dragon?
You're mute.
Muted.
Look.
What is going on? I've been muted. I clicked the button, and it's still muted. There is fungi on it. Yes, there is fungi on it.
How many shrooms are you taking?
Please do not eat them.
Like 5.
Okay, 5 shrooms. I can't open the bag of holding for some reason, so I'm making a note of it.
Question.
You can't open it.
I'm clicking on it and it's not opening.
Have you opened it in the game already and closed it?
Nope, the only things I've got open is the game and my character sheet.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a bit weird.
It's fine, I've made a note, I can
Weird.
open later.
I need.
Alright. So, to the Fungus Forest, please.
Let's go.
Yeah, which way was that?
We remember, because we came from that way, didn't we?
Yeah, you remember the direction. You have to follow down the road on the middle of this chasm down towards... Not the middle of this chasm, sorry. The middle of this city. And it goes straight down and towards the bridge that leads westward, off the city.
Alright, I will lead the way.
We'll follow you.
Did you say something, Jack?
Yeah.
Yes,
was
he did.
Was Zuko with us when we went there the first time?
Nope.
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 That was pre. That was pre Ravenwood. That was.
Yeah.
All right, I'll lead the charge to the forest then.
All right.
As we're walking down, just keep an eye out for anything that could be a danger to us.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Perception is 18.
18. Okay. You're keeping an eye out. I'll let you know if you see anything. All right. So. So, when you've... Oh, someone's Bluetooth's disconnected then. As you head onto the main road, you recognise where to go here. The lonely and empty city looming around you of an enormous side You continue. It takes you about an hour before you get to the bridge. You have journeyed this way before, and it is a long journey. But eventually you do get towards the bridge at the other end, and you can see it's stretching into darkness and just general atmospheric fog in the distance. But you know where it leads. You know it comes to another end and some gates and a tunnel that leads further into the Underdark. So on you press. A couple of hours over the bridge, you spot the end. Lots of walking. Eventually you find the tunnel. The large looming brass and golden doors that stand, leading into nothing but rock at this point. Finding the tunnel, you begin to retrace your steps from months ago. You travel for hours through this endless series of tunnels. It's claustrophobic and it's stuffy, but eventually there's a light at the end, and you step out into a very familiar mushroom forest. Zuko, you look around and it's pretty impressive. You've seen nothing like this before. Large mushrooms the size of, from various sizes of tree, like a small oak to a massive redwood. They loom upwards in a variety of colours, from green, blue, purple, orange, yellow. It's a luminous vision ahead of you, like something out of an obscure and abstract dream. Even the ground, the grass is strange, fungi-like vines and foliage. But the party, knowing their steps here, leads you onwards. It's not too long until you pass by a very familiar Zwerfneblin village, which still stands abandoned, the buildings etched onto the sides and built up along the sizable mushroom trees. It's here you recall being ambushed for the first time by Zuriel, and once beating them, the strange brain-like creatures that had erupted from their minds, your first real interaction with the Illithid that you're aware of, at least. Familiar scenes cause memories to flicker of much simpler times, passing by the mushroom where Eridel almost stabbed Gaiac during the night. Days and nights pass.
Good times.
Time begins to lose meaning when there's no sky. You only track them by your body clock, resting when you need to. Who knows what time it is, how many days have passed now. Then, one night, as you sit around a campfire, rest atop a mushroom as you have done previously, you prepare in silence for the days ahead. A voice enters your mind. I've been waiting so long for this.
What the fuck?
When this voice enters your mind, it doesn't feel personal. It feels like an announcement.
Mortals of the surface, prepare for assimilation. Your existence as you currently experience it is at an end. Those that subject themselves peacefully will continue to live on as part of our species. Those that do not will become cattle. Your civilization is over. Your time is over. Welcome the new empire.
What do you do?
I'm guessing we all heard.
Pick up the pace.
Yes. I mean, the entire time we're going through the forest, Arya will have been specifically looking for, like, if she saw like an individual spider, she wouldn't much care for it, but what she's specifically looking for is like a congregation of spiders that look like they're going somewhere, or large clusters of spiders. I think you're muted.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Simultaneously, when we hear that, do we feel like any
28.
earth-shattering rumbling, like crazy stuff going down?
No. It's so anticlimactic. You've been awaiting this moment where the invasion truly began for months now, and there's part of you perhaps that feels like was expecting this, as you said, explosion, this madness ensuing. But no. Just a simple comment. But then again, you are miles underground. Gods only knows what's happening on the surface right now.
Should we maybe message Theodore and ask him if he heard that?
I was going to use sending on Theodore and be like, do you hear that? What's going on?
What the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we heard. Everyone did.
That's the response.
It was. Did you really relay that? Yeah.
Yes, I say everyone on the surface heard that. He didn't mention anything about an attack happening, but I'm pretty sure it's close to happening.
We better.
Everyone heard that.
Yes, we need to move.
Let's hurry up
my
then.
perception, Ewan.
Very quickly.
Hmm?
I rolled a 28.
28. Yes, I saw. I was just waiting for a
Specifically
moment.
like clusters of spiders moving.
Yeah.
We have teleports, by the way.
I'll take that forward.
Okay.
At the moment, you see clusters of bugs and beetles and all manner of insects, but no arachnids, no spiders specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, no spiders. Okay, so in that moment, as you're sat around this campfire, you are technically at a moment of rest. What's your decision?
Is it a long rest or a short rest?
It would be a long rest. Would you finish your rest for the evening, or would you push on?
Because we've been traveling for hours at this point.
If we've been travelling for days at this point, we would have long rested at some point, right?
I mean, you yourselves will have long rested, correct?
So we'd be all
from the fight.
From the fight?
Yes, from the fight
okay.
from the dragon fight you've had multiple long rests at the moment. This is more of a collage of moments that have passed across through the mushroom forest. It is a large area underground that you are travelling through.
You say you've had a collage of arrests, like since the dragon fight.
Long
Yes.
rest.
Long rest. Really? Has it been that long?
Yes, you've been travelling for several days now.
Okay. Sorry, I must have missed that. I thought it was right back to.
No. You've been resting.
Oh, okay.
You've had rests in between
Who
this.
has access?
And yes.
Sorry. Who has access to sending? Is it Storm and Alistair? Could one of you possibly message Shala and tell her that we're in that forest? And could she give us some kind of directions from there?
Any kind of sign that she's still alive.
And it would also be nice to know she's still breathing.
Okay, I can do this. I'll strike out. Ascending, I'll say, Jala, it's Storm. Time is of essence. We are close. Need to know how to get to gardens. Can't see spider.
Okay, a moment passes. Eventually, Storm, it's good to hear your voice. I was worried that something had happened. Camping outside Rezazan. Follow the direction I left when we were together. You'll find them.
Okay, so we just gotta find the camp. Okay.
Is that-
Do we know?
See, yeah, where we first encountered the Illithids. Right? That's what I'm
Yes.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Remember the camp
More or less. She mentioned, she says to go the direction that she had left in when you were at that camp.
I
Yeah. So
remember, right.
you could either find the camp and go from there, or head in a general direction.
Followed the opposite direction we went, didn't she? Over, away from the camp.
Yeah, so if we find the camp, then we can continue past it.
What if we do the old faithful lamp travel tomorrow? Speed things up a little.
Yes, I'm happy to stay out. I'm pretty fast on my feet, so I'm happy to stay out.
I can stay out and give you a rest, Arya. Give you 2 hours of travel on the back of a horse.
If I can turn into a horse, I think I can.
That's a pretty good idea.
Is it a land animal?
Probably could, yeah.
Is it a low
Yeah.
challenge rating? If it is, then you could.
Yeah, and that will give us an extra 2 hours because you technically won't be traveling while you're on my back. Is that how it works?
Do you technically become a vehicle if you're a horse?
Well, you're still a creature, but it would be a land vehicle
What's a
if you
horse
for the
do?
purposes of someone controlling it.
What's a horse's speed?
40, I believe.
40. So dash would
Believe
be
so, yeah.
80. That's the same as mine.
Oh,
But again, you've got to remember that a dash is going faster. A horse is not capable of galloping for hours on end. They can gallop maybe an hour at most, and then they have to rest. You know, they have to rest before they could do that again.
how many
You
of us
don't need a
can
horse for like
fit
an
in the
hour.
lamp again?
How long can we be in the lamp?
Yeah.
8 hours?
8 hours.
Well, how many of us? Sorry.
Oh, me plus 5.
So 6 total. So only one person would need to be left out. I
Okay,
can
yeah,
go
that's
invisible
perfect
as
then.
well.
We got stars as well.
I can go invisible.
Oh, yeah, we got
and
certain
I
stars.
decide-
I don't mind being outside.
What's your speed?
40.
You.
I was going to say I don't mind because my speed's 50 if I'm flying.
To be honest, if we can't fly, it's not going to be much faster than us all walking.
Yeah,
to be honest.
there's really
And
tight
we could
tunnels
we can
down
we
here.
can we can save it for resting.
I can
I
also
just
go
thought whilst we
invisible.
was in the forest, it would be good.
I can go invisible and I've got really good eyesight. I'm happy to stay out.
Let's just scrap the lamp plan for now. We'll save it for resting. It
Alright, let's get going then. I'll head towards in the direction I remember the camp being in.
Alright, so this is going to be a montage of time passing, because it is a very long journey and I don't think we need to roleplay every moment of it.
Yep.
But I do need to know something. First of all, you're pushing off from the camp having not finished this rest. You were preparing to have one. So this would be the evening now. Or let's call it the evening, whether it is that or not. For the purposes of this, it is an evening. So, are you risking not resting some nights in order to just keep pushing on? Bearing in mind that still, I mean, every hour that you push on beyond, you're going to be incurring potentially exhaustion.
I would rather
so basically,
rest
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
We'll finish the rest and then we'll go.
So moving at a fast pace as normal, but taking rests every 8 rough hours, or like maybe doing a couple of hours extra walking that would potentially push you to exhaustion, but you're not skipping rests.
Yep.
Okay, good. Just want to know. All right. With that in mind, with that new information, you try and navigate yourself to the direction where you remember her sort of veering off when you arrive kind of in a similar location. You recognize the space in which you and Jala had found the tracks of the wagons that had been taking the Zwarfnebelin that had been captured. Orientating yourself there, you figure out the direction. You are going back on yourself a little bit, but you at least have a direction now. Night passes again as you've continued another day, and a growing anxiety rises as the clock continues to tick away. Then one night, Aria, you feel a tickling sensation. You shoot up awake and you can see there is this black widowed spider that's crawling over your face, or was, until you wake up and kind of like instinctively brush it off, and it's on the ground and it just kind of turns in a circle in place and then just begins to scurry off between the mushrooms. You still have a visibility on it.
I whack everyone. I say, but like, come. We're moving. And I will start following the spider.
Follow.
Okay. So you all begin to be roused by Aria and guided in a direction, hurriedly packing up what you've taken out for camp for the evening. You follow it as it scurries off and away. And you start to see others. Several others. As they begin to head in the same direction. Other spiders. Not the same necessarily. Some almost pale white in comparison. Then a larger, more tarantula-like one that scurries along the mushrooms. And then on the ground at a speed that is significantly off-putting. Then, after more travelling through this mushroom forest, you begin to see as they fade, as a deep ravine is before you. It extends down and down and down and down beyond any of your vision. It is pitch black at the bottom, and the glow that was being gifted by the luminescent mushrooms is but an aura behind you. From now on, you're going to have to use your own light sources.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to have any.
Everybody who can see, grab someone.
Drift globe. I'll light that up.
Alright. The drift globe lights up, and as it does, you can see what appears to be like black oil dripping off the side down towards the valley below. And it's at that moment, as your eyes adjust to the brightness, that it isn't black oil. What seems to have like this liquid state is instead the light reflecting off the black carapaces of all these black widowed spiders, like a river running down the ravine. Like there are thousands of them just constantly coming.
Wow.
You can see as the light, it's pretty off-putting to say the least. As the light does kind of throb, you can see like a very thin, narrow passageway that extends down the ravine and down into darkness beyond your vision. It's the only visible sign of like somewhere to get down with your own 2 feet.
I hate smoke.
For some of you, it's not too much of an issue, but
I can give somebody the ability to levitate. I can fly.
Can I try slide down the ravine? Like, has it got like a slight slope to it?
it's oh no, this thing is, when I say ravine, I'm talking about
Just a
like
drop.
a 90-degree drop straight down into black.
What about with my like 120 feet devil sight? Is it still just?
Oh yeah, it's way further than
Oh
that.
my god, this is a ginormous.
If you fall down there, you're probably gonna die.
It's a pretty perilous drop.
I mean, I've got featherfall, so I can catch 5 of us.
I can make somebody levitate, and I can fly.
Should we make Alistair levitate, and then when he gets to the bottom, he can help the other 5 of us, and then Gaiak and Zuko can fly down?
We need to be in. Yes.
Couldn't we put?
Or it might be time to use the lamp, and I can fly.
So we could just put all the non-flyers.
But there's still 2 people that can't go inside.
I feel we should save the lamp for if there is a particularly nasty, bad monster.
Yeah, let's not use that now. People who can't fly, go and just scout it out and come back.
Sure.
I can also make
I
somebody
can only
levitate.
fly for a minute, so I need to save it.
I can also see perfectly fine down here, so.
Zuko, why don't you go?
I'll just walk off the edge.
I am going to go with him just because I can fly and I have
Just
the
in
orb as
case.
well. But the whole time, Gaik is like wincing and like flinching,
You're
and
not a fan of spiders,
I despise them.
but you eat so many bugs. Why not these ones?
Not spiders. They taste like just sour and disgusting. They're sharp and
Perhaps they wouldn't appreciate us talking about eating them, huh? There's quite a lot of them. Let's not get on their bad side. All right, so I can move at 30 feet around. We'll just start flying down this chasm, this ravine, and see what we can find.
All right. So is it just you that's going down?
Gaiak.
yeah, with the orb.
Okay. All right. So,
Lumos.
I mean, you go down and down and down, and you're. I would say it takes you about 3 or 4 minutes with your flying speed going down unimpeded. Sorry, by the need to climb down the actual side of the cliff face. But eventually, it's not the bottom. You don't see the bottom still. You've gone down, like, this must be now, like, hundreds of feet that you've gone down, and you still don't see the bottom, if not more. However, you do see on the wall where these rivers of spiders, more of them are coming now. Like, there's, like, the whole side of the wall is almost completely covered in them. And they all seem to be, like, shifting and moving towards, like a series of tunnels that kind of go into the wall of the ravine in front of you. That it just goes further in.
So is the tunnel only big enough for the spiders, or would I be able to go in?
No. And there's a few different sizes. There's some that are like very, very small. But there is a larger one that's around 15 foot in radius as a rough estimate.
The spiders are heading straight in there.
So the spiders are heading straight in there, and all these other little holes.
Okay.
I'm gonna land on that ledge.
Okay.
I am gonna.
So as you land on the side where the spiders are, I'm gonna need you. You don't have to do anything, because what actually happens is as you touch down, the spiders part as your foot touches, and they seem to be going around you, almost like in Spirited Away with the little ash spirits, the little soot spirits. Yeah. They move around your foot. They don't make contact with you. It's almost like they're aware of your existence, like in terms of like avoiding you rather than walking over your foot.
Okay,
I am not going to land. I only have the orb.
Oh, darn, never to buy. I was thinking we could leave one here so we know exactly where to aim for.
Oh.
Oh.
I could leave the drift globe on the ledge.
But would you be able to see for the hundreds of feet we just flew?
I mean, you could guide me, I guess.
Oh, we could do that. That could be fun.
Do I have a spell?
It was a fun idea. What, looking down this 15-foot spider hallway, is it just 120 feet long and then darkness?
Yeah.
It's another long hallway.
Well, I would say not necessarily. So actually, what you see is more along the lines of you see it kind of eventually about maybe 70 foot in. You see it kind of like reveres slightly to the right, and there's a rock face as if the tunnel curves. So you can't actually see that far down, but you do get the impression, the fact that there's no light reflecting at the end, that if there is a source of light at the end of this, it's so far away, like...
It's going to be another long one. The tunnel curves off about 70 feet down.
Well, I mean, this is, I assume, the right way, so we just need to get everyone down here somehow.
Yes, they need to feather fall first, and then we can push them towards it, I suppose. That'd be fun.
Well, that can be our source of light. I can just stay here ready to push with the orb.
Yes, sure. Alright, I'll get back.
Please be quick, I don't want to be alone with these things.
Good luck. There's one in your head.
He just lets out this big and just starts like waving his hands around.
The rest of the party just hear Gaiac screaming.
Yeah, I mean, you do hear a distant.
While they were down there, can I look for a spider that perhaps maybe looks a bit unique to the others, or maybe looks like it's staying close to us more than the others?
That's staying close to you.
Either that, or just a
I mean, you
spider
can
that
just,
looks unique to the others.
Roll me a perception check.
Green spider.
21.
21. I mean, there's a lot of different kind of spiders here.
Already white.
But I don't think any of them are necessarily like... None of them are like sitting around and waiting for you. They are just all kind of moving in that direction. It's not like they've... You don't get the feeling that they're consciously aware of you in the same way that... like they're kind of like guiding you. They just seem to... They avoid you if anything.
I'll just see if one crawls on it.
I mean, if you put your hand in the way, it will just like unless there's no other way that it will get around. You could do it a few times, and until you like really trap it, that's when it will crawl over you. But otherwise, it just kind of moves away from you.
Okay. Just wanted to say one would chill on my hand.
Fly back up to the group.
Unfortunately, not. I don't want to.
All right, we're gonna have to be quick. There's a little tunnel we got to float down to.
I mean, I could make all of us fly if need be.
Yeah.
Ooh.
With Featherfall, can you change your direction?
Oh no, I'm just talking about full-on fly.
Oh, that would be perfect. In fact, I have that spell too.
You have 10 minutes.
Wait, doesn't
No, I don't.
Storm
I
have
lied.
the ability to levitate?
He
He's
said
got a
this
ring.
earlier. Yes, I have the ring.
And
So I
Alistair
can
can
fly,
as well.
Storm can levitate. Alistair, how many people could you make fly?
I can yeet and see what happens.
2, 3, 5.
I can yeet and see what happens. Did you just say?
Perfect. So,
You are not
Alistair-
keeping us off the cliff.
If that isn't a line that sums up Aria.
I'll point down towards like the little glimmer of light that is Gaiac and the orb, and be like, "That's not even halfway to the bottom. We haven't seen the bottom yet. It's very. If you fall down there, you die. That's curtains, unfortunately."
Let's go then.
Let's go.
So, Alistair, if yourself, Everdell, Arya, Kensei, and Stars fly, I'll fly and Storm you levitate. We're happy days.
Flying again.
Just for the flavour of the fly, I take out a feather that I have in my pockets, and this one feather turns into like millions and goes onto your back as wings.
Wow.
You can flavour them however the hell you want.
Oh.
That's awesome. There's hat.
That's hat. That's hat.
I
Yeah,
wish
I
I was getting it cast on me now.
Jump. And in the words of Arya, yeet and see what happens.
Follow
I
me!
go down. I go
Let's
down.
go, let's fly down.
Alright, who the fuck is yeeting themselves off the edge of this?
Actually, you know what?
Me.
Alright.
Yep.
Who can fly that is yeeting it down? Okay, who is not flying and yeeting it down?
We're all flying now.
I think it's just Storm.
Okay, I didn't know if everyone had put it
Storm
on
is
them.
levitating, which would be a bit slower, I guess, but...
Alright, yeah, Storm, you come last as the rest of you like skydivers flying down. like a Fortnite drop. You fly down.
I know. I think I not like just levitate all the way. I'd like jump down and then like do it.
Oh.
Sure.
Guy frantically
So
looks down and
eventually-
sees everyone dropping towards him.
You all drop for a surprising amount of time. Obviously, you guys, Zuko, you've already flown this way down, but you guys fall and you think you're going to hit the bottom several times. It's nervous, especially for those that can't see, as to when to stop. But as you fly down, eventually you can see Gaiac, like in the distance, this shadow at first, which slowly takes on the shape of Gaiac, who's there flying. And the beat of your wings, Gaiac, for the time that you've been on your own, you just hear this. Like when you beat your wings, it echoes down and up, and you are completely alone. It's like being at the bottom of an ocean and waiting. And several times you're not sure if you heard something further down.
No.
Call back.
Pull back.
Yeah, as in like with the wings.
You have no sense of direction, basically.
While I'm alone, just to kind of.
Well, I hope he does, because he has to beat his wings in a particular direction.
Try and fill the void. He just starts like singing that song that he's like sung before, that just like melody, just to try and fill the emptiness.
For those of you flying down, before you see him, you hear this off-tune, eerie melody echoing through.
This could not
And
be
eventually,
any creepier.
you do see him.
One.
As you all congregate again, you can see, all of you now, the spiders heading into these various tunnels. And the larger one, on the cliff,
This
on
one,
the cliffside.
I'll point towards it and land there again.
Okay, let's go.
It curves off to the right a little ways down.
Start heading that way then.
All right.
Let's go.
So, as each of you land inside the tunnel and place your feet or claws or talons down, the spiders for each of you move around your feet, and you notice as every step you take, the arachnids shift around it constantly, and the way that the light flickers off their bodies here, it could fool you into thinking you were moving through a crystal cave were it not for the clicking and audible chatter of billions of hairy little feet.
I do not
After what feels like an eternity, a purple glow is a beacon at the end. It's difficult to ascertain how much time you've spent moving through the tunnels. You are feeling pretty tired, and the notion of taking a rest right in here is very sickly.
I'd rather risk exhaustion.
As that light gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, you pass through the tunnel exit, and your eyes adjust to the new scene. A sizable cavern with a high ceiling, which is coated in this silken webbing. Large dark forms shift above, reclusive, and you can just see kind of things moving in the corners of the ceiling. Here, colourful mushrooms and bizarre luminescent flowers fill the grounds, among purple grass. Before you is a compound, cordoned off only by hedges of blue and green glowing vines. Within, you can make out a series of smaller buildings, alongside one massive manor building. Their materials reflective of the dull magenta trunk trees that dot the compound too. The spiders, like a river, flow out from the cave, across the ground and towards one of the outer buildings, one with a black metal symbol of a spider on its roof. This quirky yet beautiful sight is tarnished by the scent of ash and the blood that coats the grass. Countless bodies lay strewn, even beyond the compound hedge in front of you. I'm going to move you onto a map so you can get an idea of the layout of this compound. So hopefully you can only see a little bit. You can see below, it's a very long page.
It's huge.
Because there are multiple floors to this larger building.
Oh, I see. Got ya.
So it's all. I put all the floors on one map.
Oh shit! I exited by mistake. Keep going.
All right. So, all of you are coming in from a building from the side on the left up here, the top left. Now, silly me has put the map in a way that means I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh god damn it! All right. It's actually okay. There's enough room. So, if you'd like to put your tokens here as you come through, the spiders are going to this building over here at the bottom, and that's what you see.
Follow the.
The manor building is this giant building in the middle, which should be completely black to you, and this kind of stone fence around here is in fact like these these hedges made of like glowing. Green and blue vines.
I mean,
reminds me a little bit of like spike growth, that sort of cluster, but it's much more organised.
follow the spiders. So.
Yeah. Do they seem to be going anywhere here?
Yeah. So they all are coming off from where you are. So if the cave's entrance is a little ways up that way, we'll say you've walked through and looked here and seen the bodies. The spiders have moved off and are kind of like climbing here, and you watch them going up the building and through like a sort of almost like a chimney stack at the top, but it's not really a chimney. It's roofed and covered, but you see spiders like crawling in through the roof at the top.
That building then.
Just want to, before we go in the building, of the dead bodies, one, what race are they? And secondly, can I check how they died?
Sure. As you walk over, one of your questions is very easily answered as you see one whose head is completely split open. You see remnants of brain matter within, but it's been pretty cleanly picked. They're just on the ground, like eyes rolled into the back of their head. Others, as you search the bodies, I'm not going to make you do a medicine check here because I think you know what to expect. You see like significantly devastating wounds from blades, from bludgeoning, remnants of maybe poison as well. Almost all the victims here, all the deceased, are Zuriel, Dark Elves.
How long ago did we send the message to
Shala? About a day ago, right?
Well, it would have been longer because that was like montage, wasn't it?
Yes. So from when you, so it's been another good number of days since you will have since the event, since the message. You've been traveling as fast as you can, making it like as much time as you can without sacrificing the fact that you know that if you are caught off guard and you are not prepared, you know this is all for nothing.
We're sending to Shala saying we followed the spiders. You're here. Are you okay?
Yes, had to change locations. They found us, but we're fine. Lost a couple. The message doesn't end there. I'm just looking for something.
All the way, I'm right behind.
Should be a portal in the basement. Need a stone to activate it. Not sure where it's kept.
I say there's a portal in the basement. Did she say deactivated or is activated?
She said portal in the basement. Not sure how to activate. No, sorry. Portal in the basement. Need a stone to activate it. Not sure where it is.
I relay that to the group.
Let's just go in as many buildings as we can, see if we find anything, see if we find a basement.
Hold on.
I recommend that everybody that can activate your magic sense.
Aria Erodel, you hear chatter. No, you don't hear chatter actually. There would actually be no language spoken here. You hear the sound of footsteps echoing in the cavern, emanating from beyond the compound walls. Sounds like heavy leather boots walking across stone path. You can't see inside. I know it's all revealed to you, but you can't actually see on the inside.
Are you suggesting we split up and look for clues?
Definitely not split up. I'm gonna see if I can go. I'm guessing that there's a door like here.
Yes. Sorry. There's a couple of like because the way the map's laid out, it's difficult. I need. Oh, fuck me, man. I really do not like the fact that I can't click on the reveal tool properly here, and I just did. For fuck's sake. Yeah, there is a door there.
Okay. Is there like
so there's a door. So I'll just ping a little bit for you. So there's a door here. This is what you can see thus far. Door here. There's a door here to this smaller building, and there's a door over here.
Okay.
To the building where the spiders are going in. Other than that, you don't see any other doors because the compound walls are in the way.
If the spiders are going over here, then I'm gonna come here as well and see if there's like a crack under the door, any like woodwork or like a keyhole. See if I can see anything through there.
Sure. There's no keyhole as you walk up. Roll me a perception check. See if you can try and find a way to look through or hear through the door, maybe.
11.
Okay,
Fucking hell.
you hear like the chattering, the continuous chattering of the spiders. I mean, you're having to kind of like walk around a few streams of them. You don't hear anything from the inside beyond that, and I suppose there's nothing you can see beyond like the doorway. You can't see through the door. As in that there's no gaps underneath or anything like that.
Okay, cool. Is the door unlocked?
I don't know. You'd have to try and open it.
Okay, I'm gonna check for traps and things like that, and then see if it's unlocked.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check as you check for traps.
7. I'm rolling so badly.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's locked.
I'm gonna like turn back, look at her, and then I'm just gonna test if the door's unlocked.
It opens. It's dark inside, but it opens.
Take a step inside.
Okay.
The second she starts walking inside, I'm gonna go over to there as well.
Okay. So as you open up the doorway, you can see inside. It's almost like laid out like a small church space. There's rows of pews along the side. A set of stairs, I believe, going up in front of you. I probably should reveal. Yeah, it is going up. Yeah, stairs going up in front of you. I'm going to move over the stream to the map chat. Here we go. Oh, I love that transition. It's so stupid, but all right. So, rows of pews here. A purple, not red, carpet that leads up to what appears to be like a platform space in the middle with a large shrine that rests right in the middle. And you can see above you that chattering continues as you watch these spiders shifting and moving along the ceiling. There is this massive... The shrine itself is a massive black-widowed spider. And in terms of how many spiders are in here, that's probably in its millions.
Wow, okay.
They're like in the rafters, they're along the walls. Sometimes you see them on the ground, and they kind of like are crawling over the statue itself. I would say...
Is that where they're headed?
Roll me. I mean, they're kind of shifting around. They're not all going to the statue,
Right, okay.
but like they are situated
Cool,
in
cool.
here. I would like Storm, Gaiak, Zuko as well, to make me a religion check here. Yeah, I don't think anyone else would know this. Wow.
Oh.
21.
I don't know even how to justify this. I don't know how to justify this.
Where is this? Like, where are we? Where is this happening?
Because we read a lot of books.
Oh, are you not in the room? You're not going in the
We're not even in the room. Yeah, we're like.
Oh, I didn't know if you just hadn't moved your tokens in there. I didn't know if you were actually going in with them at the same time.
I would have. I think I would have followed.
Yeah, I would have gone in.
Yeah, I guess I would have. Yeah.
I only say that because you specifically said don't split the group. That's why I just assumed that.
That's true.
So when you see this, it's like a flash of lightning in your mind. You recognise that symbol. That is 100% a religious symbol to Jalam, which is like the Prince of Gloom, patron of spiders and generally worshipped in the Underdark.
Yeah, so when I was a little boy, I was very scared of spiders, and then my father told me a story about this patron, and I'll say the name that Mitchell doesn't remember.
Jalam.
He's worshipped here.
Perhaps this
There's
could
lots of
be-
different pronunciations that sound like sh, by the way.
Perhaps this could
Jalam.
be where the stone is kept. I'm gonna have a look around this kind of area, see if there's anything that looks like a special stone or something.
Yes.
Like, kind of look and see if the statue can be moved.
Assist her with that.
Okay.
Good at cast.
All right, you're going up to the statue.
Yeah, going up to the statue, seeing if it can be moved.
You're actually like making physical contact with it and trying to move it. I'm trying to understand if you're trying to move the statue.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll me a charisma check.
What?
Roll me a charisma check.
Oh gosh. 6.
As you begin to push on it, you watch a couple of the spiders run down your arm, and you feel a piercing bite. And as you look down, the wound is beginning to swell.
Oh shit.
For the next 24 hours, your maximum hit point is reduced by 10.
Okay, that's
Probably not that bad for Miss. I have 121 health.
it's not too bad.
Seeing that happen, I'm gonna do Eldritch Sight and cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
just.
I think I might wander upstairs.
It's not magic. It's not magic. It's just a big statue.
When I pressed on it, did it feel like it had any give to it?
I wouldn't say so.
Okay.
Not the amount of pressure that you were able to put on it as you
Okay.
tried to move it.
All right. In that case, let's see what we've got upstairs.
All right. So Zuko said he was going up there
I'm gonna
first.
follow up.
I'm
So,
gonna stay by the altar.
Zuko and Gaik, you're moving over here. So I'm going to zoom out and see where I'm pinging down this direction.
Okay.
I suppose it's the only area that's lit up for you guys. So as you head upstairs, you come to a longer hallway and a couple of windows that look out into the compound. So to your right down here, I'm not going to do reveal all the gardens again from the second floor, but down there you can see into the compound. Do you know what? Okay. You see over here, if you're looking up on the top map again, I know this is a bit dot from one side to the other.
It's okay.
I swear this was different before. Maybe I've got you all moved over too far to the side. All right. Come on now. Come on. Oh my god, I can't click on another layer. This is so annoying. What the fuck is going on? What the shit? Hold on. Nah, something's definitely changed with Roll20, I'm telling you right now, because I cannot change the layer. Things have moved.
Things have moved!
I don't like this.
Technical
I don't like this at all.
difficulties.
Fucking Roll20, man. I'm going to take my business elsewhere soon.
I'm not afraid to tell them.
So, no, not anymore. I'm tired of it, to be honest. Anyway, so you can see, if you look on that top map, down here on the side, you watch a well-armed Zuriel warrior walking through the gardens, just patrolling on the south side of the manor building. Seems to be walking up and down, just around here.
What did we see? Sorry, some guards walking around.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a real close look. Do I get any vibes that these are fucking indoctrinated? Like they don't just look like.
I would.
People who work. I guess they do. They just look like the.
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah. Do they seem like drones?
Can I do
basically?
the same thing when I notice this guard?
Sure.
16.
Insight. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, I kind of want to make you go, I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, but it's not really a perception check. So.
I think it would just stop and look through the window and just observe them for a moment.
Yeah, for sure. So what I'm going to say to you is that basically you already know that this place has been attacked by first of all, you could see there are dead guys on the ground, but Jala specifically told you that they had to abandon here because the Illithid attacked. Now you're seeing that it's very likely they won this battle. They gave chase from this location, or a scout force did at least. And that's when you met Jala at Emberforge. So, I mean, logic would dictate to you that this is probably an illithid controlled Zuriel, but you don't know that for sure. But your gut is telling you
Probably.
that if there are people patrolling here, this place may be occupied.
I would obviously relay that to Gaiak.
Yeah, and I'll run down the stairs and kind of communicate that to everyone else that we need to be quiet.
Okay.
And then I will meander into one of these rooms. Probably the first one, I guess. The first room. That's
Yeah,
closest.
for sure. Okay, yeah, you Miranda Cosgrove into that room, and as you open it up, you can see it seems to be like a small, like maybe a meeting room of some kind, a longer table with some chairs around it. Bear in mind, all the wood here is made of this like magenta wood, not like this magenta or like really dark black wood, rather than sort of the varieties that you see on the map. But as you look in here and see all these chairs around the table, does give you the impression that it's probably some kind of like maybe meeting room. You see another symbol of Shalom on the wall above the table, and then a few just sort of like miscellaneous storage spaces like drawers and the like. You do see, I'm going to give you this because I think it's kind of obvious at this point, now drying crimson on the ground.
I'll tentatively step into the room and just check that there's no like bodies or anything.
Yeah, you look around. There's nothing that would indicate to you as being a body. It's pretty empty aside from that. But you do get the feeling like some kind of fight took place around about the doorway.
All right. I'll check the next room. Just go through and check each room. Look for anything that seems like a special container for an important artifact.
All right. So for the sake of brevity, I'll take you down these different rooms. So as you go down, and you can hear Eridel like trying to move the statue below. The first room you go into seems to be like a storage space. Things like robes and a few kind of like food items are stored in here, alongside like spare chairs and seating for the pews. It appears to be some kind of like storage space. Are you looking for something in particular?
Just anything that strikes me as like, this is a protected item. This is an important item, you know?
Okay. I wouldn't necessarily say it's an inherently important item, but what I would say to you, as you look on the walls, you can see there's a few like open storage spaces on shelving, and you can see there is 100 gold's worth of incense on there. There's 100 gold worth of magical chalk, which you recognise because you've seen Storm use it. And finally, you see 2 vials of holy water, where you can only imagine is holy water. They look like vials of water, but I mean, that's what it is.
I'll scoop it up, sure.
Cool.
So 100
Do you want to make note of
GP
that?
of
100
incense.
Yeah.
There was also chalk 100, right?
Yeah, 100 chalk and 2 holy water vials.
All right.
Moving on into the next room, you can see a lot of scrolls and books, all written in. Well, you don't have Eldritch Sight, do you?
I have not got Eldritch Sight, I think.
Okay, that's the read any language, correct?
Eldritch Sight is what I have.
Yeah, no, I don't have that one right now.
Yeah, so I mean they're all written in a language that seems reminiscent of Elvish, but like the runes and the scripture is kind of similar, but it is like it's not Elvish or it's not Stellarian. That's what happens when you run several normal like D&D games with actual normal lore in it.
Yeah, no, I do not speak Stellarian. So
Okay. Oh, you wouldn't even know that. So I mean, you recognise the scripture.
Well, yeah, I've seen it a few times on our adventure now.
Yeah.
But it's not a stone that I've been told to look for, so I'll just
Yeah.
If there's...
Finally, yeah, there's nothing in there that resembles a stone, and that final room you go into is very, very simple. In here, it's quite literally just 4 different beds in the corners of the room with some simple sheets on, comfortable enough, you assume. 2 of them are unmade, as if like someone leapt out of bed. Sheet is like half on the ground, and the door to this room is actually ajar.
Wait, is it a door or is it a jar?
It's actually a pot.
So bad.
I said that intentionally, knowing you would say that. I did that intentionally, by the way.
Hear me up, and I'm just like...
I'm baiting you, mate. I'm baiting you.
I'm just knocking about the park, mate. I don't miss.
Oh my god, the arrogance on it. When she a 10 out of 10, but she I don't know. I gave up on that one. I was hoping you'd finish the joke there. I tried to set you up again, and you didn't pay off or anything.
I guess I do. I don't miss every time unless I miss. So, right, I'll come back downstairs then, and I'll be like, "So I found some nice chalk. This is helpful. It seems pretty similar to the Mac stuff you use."
Exactly the same. Yes, it will.
I'll hand over that.
How much was it?
It looks to be about 100 gold's worth. I also found some incense, but I'm going to keep that for bath time when this is all done.
Incense.
That's I guess you can use it for that.
Yes. Well, this is going on. I want to cast Locate Objects. See if I can find the stone.
Okay, there we go.
I'm similar with it. You just...
Okay, describe. So, can you get locate objects up again? I just want to see the specifics of what it might require you to know. I think you just need to be
with the objects or something like that. I think.
Okay, let's have a look.
Jesus Christ! Why is my clicking so often?
Wow.
Locate object is here. There we go.
Describe or name an object that's familiar to you. Okay, so it's a bit of a loose one. I'll tell you what. This is a bit like meta-y. You could always ask.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do sending and ask Charlotte what the...
Alright, so you spend another spell slot on this.
Yep, I'll spell slots.
Alright, what are you asking?
Jala will need a description of stone to help find it.
Yes, sorry about that. Smooth like black obsidian. Purple runage. About palm size.
Just what you want.
Teleportation stone. Or key. Teleportation key.
Cool.
There you go, there you've got a description of it.
And after that, I cast Locate Objects.
Alright.
I'd like to imagine it's like Assassin's Creed vision.
Within 1,000 feet of you.
And it's up for 10 minutes, so I can just walk around.
The spell can locate specific objects known to you as long as you've seen it up close. Oh, as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once. Oh
no.
No.
Wait. No, that's...
Oh, yes. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest objects of a particular kind. Yeah, so fair enough. We'll say that it uses that function. It can't locate an object if any thickness of lead, even a thin sheet, blocks the path between you and the object. Okay.
Bloody lead.
So you do sense it. You get a feeling. Does it specifically say it? As you sense the direction. Okay, so you sense the direction to the object's location. It's almost directly northeast of you. So if we're looking on we'll go on the map from where you are down here on the ground. It's sort of this direction. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Yeah, I can see that.
So it's that direction.
I tell the group that.
But it also seems to be up. It's coming from a diagonal up. Like, you kind of gauge that it could be from the second or third floor of this building.
Yeah, I tell the group I can sense where this key or object is, so we need to go that way, and I start seeing if there's a quick way to go that way.
Alright, just remember there are guards, there are people around.
Exactly.
I
could do a preliminary scout to look for it with the arcane eye.
That would be very useful, actually, yes.
Yes, actually.
Okay. Send it in.
Okay, what are you doing with the arcane eye? Just so you know, you can see there are windows on this manor all around it.
Yes.
There are windows to see in.
Really, what I'm doing is I'm taking it above to look at where guard, like movements to see.
It's invisible, right?
It's invisible, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I don't think that will matter. So, all right. So you take it way above.
Having a look.
Very well. You do see there are a number of guards that are on the outside.
Yeah. Ping.
I need to go onto the GM.
Oh, yeah.
As you get right above the top of the building, it's going to take you a few, like maybe a minute or two to get the eye up there.
Yeah.
So that's 2 minutes off of your locate object, just so you know. As you kind of bring the eye up, you can see there are at least 4 people patrolling, and they're like shifting around. So every so often, like I'll move them on the map, but yeah, you can see that they're moving around and patrolling, just kind of a very similar routine route.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are drones. What if we grab them one by one, drag them into the church, and kill them?
Or we just don't get ourselves involved.
Yes, if we kill them, then surely the Illithid will know that we're here.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. I'm going to take the eye now into the building. See if I can see specifically where it is. Can you give me an idea?
Okay.
Is it? You said it's top floor. Yes.
So I'm gonna.
I say northeast upwards is where I.
Yeah, northeast upwards.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look for.
So let's make a little token, real quick for you. Maybe let's just use you for the sake of this expediency here.
Okay, yeah. So I'll say.
So
I'll take it.
Let's move you to over. Okay, so you move your token.
Yeah, over here.
Over here. So are you kind of going? Are you still at the top, or are you bringing the eye down?
I'm bringing the eye a little bit down, looking for.
Okay, so you bring the eye down for entrances. So you can see there is a doorway here.
Okay.
There is also the only door on this hedge, like opening on the hedge that leads to the door of the church.
Because I don't know if a door will do it, but any like windows that could that look like they're open, like tiny, even if it's a crack.
None of the windows seem to be open.
Okay, then I'll look at this door. Is there a keyhole in it?
As far as you can see. I mean, you'd have to go all the way round, but certainly on this side, you haven't seen any open windows.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have a look at this door then, see if there's any kind of like keyhole or anything.
Okay. How big of a space is it?
It can move through
up to an inch.
An inch in diameter, yes.
It has to be at least an inch.
Openings as small as an inch. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Exactly. As small as it. So it can't be any smaller than that.
Can't be any smaller than an inch.
Yeah. So. In what was it in diameter? It specifically said.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So that is in all dimensions. So I'm going to say there is not a space on the doorway that the eye will fit through. That's an inch, at least. At least an inch large. I mean, there's not really a keyhole per se, and there's the door meets the ground. It is an exterior door.
Oh, take it out.
Some of the windows are curtained, as you've seen. You pass a couple that have curtains on them. that are drawn, but others do have not the windows aren't open, but you can see through it
I'll have a look.
potentially.
Yeah, I'll have a look through the curtain window, see what I can see.
Okay. On kind of the area that you are at the moment.
Yeah. Like the raised stuff.
Okay. So, actually, interestingly enough. Really? Okay, yeah, so, right, so the area that you're looking through, this kind of side on this wall, does not have windows.
Oh, okay.
It is sheer stone brick on this particular side.
Pop around this side.
Is it? Yes, sorry, up there. So as you run along, the ground here also does not, but you had seen when you had kind of like wandered over this direction that there are some windows on that side of the building, but floating kind of maybe the second, third level high. Yeah, I'd say again, it's going to be something you'll. The windows are on this side, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll poke around the building and then...
Okay, so you move the eye round slowly but surely as you're kind of having a vision of this. Just as a reminder, you still see through your eyes at the moment, right? It's like a third eye.
It's a third eye, I can still see in real life, yeah.
Okay.
IRL.
So I'm going to reveal the inside of this particular room to you, from what you can see, when I can click the reveal tool. Oh my goodness, how many times do I have to click it? It's so bloody buggy, man. Finally. Alright, so what you see in this room as you look through the windows is an assortment of sofa chairs or armchairs even that look towards what appears to be maybe a fireplace of some kind and a longer, almost dining table, kind of littered with a few objects. Most of them are kind of fallen off onto the ground. You can see the body of Azuriel lying near the doorway that leads out to the south. It's just an archway, no door, out into what appears to be a hallway. There are an assortment of like mounted heads on the wall from like one that almost looks like a large what's the fucking creature? Mole.
Oh, the digging one.
Very familiar to those of you. I suppose you would remember. The others don't because they're not here seeing it. But the creature that had like hooked hands, that was crawling up a mushroom many months ago, and quite a lot of like larger beetle and insect creatures that are there. The horror. That's what you see through this window on the ground floor.
Okay, and then just maybe we can skip over this. I don't want to take up too much time with the scouting, but I think I'll just then take it all the way around the building just to look for if there's any more windows or any.
So this is the ground floor. There are windows above you on the second floor on this side. This is the ground floor. Okay, there is a second floor, and then there is a space that you believe is a third floor because you've seen kind of the size of the building, but there are no windows above the third floor. Above the second floor, sorry. So the second floor above you has a similar set of windows if you're going to move the eye up and look through those.
Yes, I'm going to definitely look at the second floor. This side up here, yeah.
Okay. So.
I think even if we have an idea of inside.
God damn it. So, as you look down, you can see as you go further up a sort of bedroom space. A double bed lies just between the doors and you can see it. It looks used, like it's going to open up and the sheets are off. And you see kind of a chair on the side next to what appears to be like a vanity table, a series of wardrobes, all of which are kind of closed, and then a series of like chest of drawers at the far end, and then you can just about see a door that leads somewhere beyond, obviously, at the south end of the room. And just based on the kind of the structure of this room, you kind of get a guess that there's probably a smaller room here, just because it kind of like the room kind of cuts over to the side to go to a doorway down here. So you just kind of guess that's probably some kind of thing there. However, the vanity table is not empty. You can see, sat on the vanity table, a bowl. The bowl has some contents in it. And as you bring the eye closer to the window and glance inside, you can see that the bowl, not quite a bowl.
Oh.
Well, a skull would be rid of flesh and hair, whereas this Zuriel still has its skin on it. This severed head resting there, its skull cracked open at the top, still pieces in there. That's when you watch the doorway open. As you watch a purple-skinned creature step forward.
Right, I'm gonna can I put the eye so it's like hiding behind a little bit of the curtain?
You shift it around the side so it's obscured, but just enough that you can just peer out like a slither as it walks over and picks up the skull, and you watch its tentacles kind of whirl around inside, curling around chunks of pink. And as it leans its head back, you see this perfectly circular mouth with rows and rows and rows and rows of razor-sharp, tiny teeth, serrated, as they begin to twist and turn, as each tentacle places a piece of pink within the mouth. A meal, a succulent Zuriel meal.
That's fine.
The tentacles kind of go flaccid as it places the head back down. And you can see as it kind of strokes each tentacle, almost like someone wiping their mouth after they've just finished a meal. They wipe away kind of the excrement and flick it back into the skull. And it begins to walk out.
I don't shut off the eye, but I turn my inner perception away from it quite quickly after. I didn't want to watch that too much in detail.
Yeah, for sure.
Our fears are correct. They are inhabiting that building. There is a illithid in there. Dining.
Well, there's no getting away from it, I suppose. We're gonna have to conflict with them eventually, aren't we? I wonder why they've got one down here when supposedly an invasion has begun.
There must be something of importance too.
Must be the teleporter, I suppose.
You could just send someone in stealthily to take the stone.
Would that be quicker?
You wouldn't get drawn into a fight.
If that person does get drawn into a fight, how long will it take us to come and help?
Yes. I feel like we need to just ambush and go.
The problem is, once they know we're here, who says they won't send more?
We'll be gone. We'll teleport away.
Where?
Wherever that teleporter takes us, I suppose.
We need to meet up with Jala.
She told us to go in the teleporter, no?
Yes, that's what she told us.
It will take us to her.
Take us somewhere she wants us to be.
If we did want to take the stealth option, I could transform into a mouse, become myself, take the stone, anything on my person will transform with me and I can come back.
Perhaps a spider is more fitting?
It would look less out of place, yes, but I need more of a location.
We don't actually know where the stone is, do we?
Well, we know it's on one of the upper floors, correct?
You just sorry. Did you say you saw it? I must have missed that.
I know where it is through locate object.
Got you. Yes, right.
Is there a way into that building? Storm, did you see a way into the building?
I did not. No, it's locked tight. Really tight.
The doors are
How big is the keyhole?
Well, not an inch in diameter. I tried to put the eye through it. Was not a fit. Didn't want to.
Would a spider fit through?
Well, an inch diameter.
How stealthy
Yes.
is a spider?
I mean, they're tiny, so I just let me see.
Can
let me
still be
guess that one.
seen.
Yeah,
How stealthy is
but-
a spider?
they
But the
probably wouldn't
spider
think
here,
themselves
it's not
away.
going to be anything to worry about, surely. There's lots of spiders around.
As if you get stomped on.
Well,
Let's just think about it. If you got stomped on.
Well, if we're all ready to ambush, just in case, I guess.
What about if we use these spiders here?
+4 to stealth.
Some kind of distraction.
what are you thinking?
There's a lot of spiders.
I can make some of us invisible.
Laughs in +15.
I can make the less stealthy of us invisible. Or, better yet, we can use the lamp technique we did last time.
Again, I'm not sure if we should use it so hastily.
I think if we were ever going to use it now would be a good
Yes.
time.
Remember when we needed to escape?
Yes.
It's better
Against
for escaping.
Korzor.
I think
Mhm.
we should
We-
treat the lamp like I treat my cape. I think it should be a
Yes.
getting out
Yes.
rather than a getting in.
It's a last resort kind of deal.
Yes.
That being said, I do also have my cape, which is literally designed to get me out of scrapes. But if you would rather just go in as a spider, I'm sure that, but like you said, it wouldn't be too out of place here.
It's an option, but I mean, whatever we think has the most chance of working. I think stealth is. We should at least attempt it rather than drawing attention to
I'd
ourselves.
rather not go up against another illithid just yet.
Yes.
We're going to be facing plenty of them when we find the hive.
It would also be better if they do not know exactly where we are currently.
Happily go.
Didn't the
I'm
dragon
like- go on.
mention it? Didn't the dragon mention he already knows?
The dragon was perhaps linked to them?
Like,
Saying a lot about this person we're fighting against, I believe.
well, yes, I assume they know we were in Ember Forge, but that was many, many days ago.
Oh, if he knew we were in Ember Forge, how would he know? That's what I'm saying. If he knew we were in Ember Forge, how could tell that we were here?
I would say if we were ever going to enter the Underdark again, it would have been through that teleportation circle. So
I
they
think
left
it's probably likely they know we're heading this way. It seems like a pretty important place for them to at least have it guarded. Maybe Alistair should accompany Arya, seeing as he knows the location of the object. Invisible?
Can you be quiet, Alistair?
If I take off my armor,
But then you'd be defenseless.
I can use magical armor if things get sticky.
One other thing I thought about, but it requires more people. I can't teleport inside with the spell.
To that room?
What spell?
I can make myself immaterial, misty, if you will. I can look through the window.
Noisy?
Wait, I reach into my bag and pull out the potion. Wait, did you guys
Oil of
use
etherealness.
the oil of
I
fear?
think there's like one use left.
That's Misty
basically.
Step.
It basically makes me go to the ethereal plane.
Oh.
and
Do
I-
you want to use that now?
I'm just. I mean,
I don't know if you can pass through walls with it though.
Can you?
Yeah.
Like, can you
I'd
pick
need to
up-
double check.
Can you pick up objects and do they become ethereal? Probably not.
You'd be ethereal, so you'd be in the ethereal plane, which means you can't interact with things on the material
I
plane.
think the idea is you can pass through them because then there's the whole point of what's the spell that Wall of Force.
Etherealness.
Because Wall of Force is like a wall that goes through ethereal because you can't pass through.
Yes, into the ethereal
So I assume
realm.
you
Yeah.
can move through walls.
But you couldn't pick up an object because you're
No,
ethereal.
yeah, you
Which
couldn't
is
interact.
what we need to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I'd need to double check it. I think it's
I'm
safe
happy
to
to
say that
go
we're
in.
probably not going to launch into this Gloom Matron Stone heist before the next session. So I'll check before then if you can pass through walls.
I'm
But
happy-
it sounds like you probably can.
Otherwise, yeah, what's the point of Wall of Force?
I think it'd probably be simpler if Arya goes anyway, because she's stealthy, and if shit goes wrong, you've got the cape anyway.
Yes. With invisibility as well, I'm extra stealthy.
I see you're vibing the psionic lighting there, Maya.
I need to put
You're
on
like
the...
a beacon of
Hold
purple
on, I
right
need
now.
to put on the red light. Hold on.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no, I've gone
Oh
too
my
far.
god.
My colour.
What is
Yeah,
going
you're
on?
I mean, let's perhaps we are overthinking it. Let's just
Yes, I think
I'll go.
yes.
Make me invisible and I'll go.
I can watch you from the outside with the eye. Maybe. Yes, I can.
Can help to.
Look
Not
for
if
movements where I can.
We'll be on standby in case anything's needed.
Say again.
What did you say, Kensei?
You
He
sound
said
like
we'll
you're
be
kind
on
of a
standby.
Malway.
We'll be on
I mean,
standby.
Oh, right,
Be
okay.
on standby. in
Do you want
case-
me to use psionic whispers?
Sounds like a good
Alright,
idea.
Arya begrudgingly says yes, please.
I'm gonna make it like you kind of feel in your mind. You know when somebody like patronizingly like slaps you on the face, it's gonna be like that as she enters your mind. Just
If
a little.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
if anything crazy does happen and you find yourself not able to get away, let's have a signal, and me and Kensei will arrive as like an immediate response.
Okay, what is the signal?
Oh shit! Please come right now. I'm
That tends to
dying.
be fairly universal.
Well,
Many
if
syllables.
Storm will be seeing me, yes. You can see me through the eye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes. If I follow you in, yeah, I can move in as well. Look for.
Can the eye see invisible things?
If I can see invisible things, it can see invisible things. Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, all right. Okay, cool.
Perfect.
It's not. Is it concentration?
The eye.
Either of those. Oh, it doesn't matter because you can concentrate on two
spells,
things
yeah.
now.
Oh yes, you can.
You
baby,
created a
yes,
monster.
I've created a monster. Ugh.
I've made you guys so powerful.
You really have.
Enjoy it while it lasts, guys.
Campaign 2, you're gonna.
Because
know
soon. Oh, I don't even mean campaign 2. I'm gonna come down on you like a hammer on an anvil.
Hammer me.
Right, let's go.
All right. So, all right. As you kind of together as a group have decided that you're heading in alone, perhaps. You are. Just let me know where how you're trying to get in. Are you going? Are you hopping the fence? Are you trying to get through the doorway and get into the building as quickly as you can? What is your plan here? You are muted, I think. Hello? Uh-oh.
Are your headphones plugged?
Oh,
I have this thing
there
where if
we
I
go.
nudge my earphones even slightly, you can't hear me.
Oh.
Well, if the wall seems like I could acrobatics my way up, I will try and just hop the fence.
Okay.
If not, if you think it's too high, I'll probably just try and pick the lock to the gate.
So, I mean, it's about a 10-foot high hedge. So
Hedge.
you could probably, yeah. So the wall here is a hedge made of like blue and purple vines,
Can I get enough grip that I could try and scramble my way over?
You certainly could try. But we won't do that right now. So as you have made this decision, and those of you kind of in a moment of kind of preparation, you're going to wait and see what happens. Zuko, you mentioning that you and Kensei will be on standby to enter if anything goes wrong. And the rest of you who aren't infiltrating, perhaps preparing in other ways. Storm, you bring the eye back round, ready to help in whatever way it can, as Arya, cracking your fingers, snap the neck.
It's like old times.
You head towards the hedge. As a interesting heist may be about to take place with absolutely zero idea what could be inside beyond a lone illithid, perhaps, and several rather strong-looking drow warriors patrolling the gardens. But how this turns out, we'll find out next week. So we'll end the session there.
Oh, I love playing.
So, God, it feels good to be back, man. It feels good to be back. Awesome sauce. So next week we won't have Hayden. Luckily, I think we're in a place where we might be able to play that week without it feeling like you're missing anything major. Depending on where you go. But obviously, if it feels like it gets to a point where it's like this is it, which I doubt, but if it does, then we'll probably call that session early. So this is just a warning to everyone. So we'll end the session there. But before we dip off for the evening, let's change the tone a little bit here. Why don't we give some fun little announcements as to stuff that you guys do?
Wow.
You said this changed
I
the
didn't.
tone. This changed the tone.
It's so distorted, you'd not even be able to.
You caught me so far off guard there with that. It's completely thrown me.
Yeah, it's confused.
Oh my god.
We all leveled
Amazing.
up, said, right?
Yeah, fuck off, you fucking cunt. I'll D-level you, bitch. I will do it. I'm not afraid. Right, do you know what? You yapping away with your fucking music and trying to level up. Why don't you fucking start?
Come and watch Natural Wonders.
Twitch.tv/Natural Wonders, 7 PM to 10 PM GMT on Mondays.
It's a good time. Me, Jake, you, and Sam, and a couple of other buddies. We play Star Wars: Age of the Empire. It's good fun. We also rely on Roll20, so hopefully it's playing ball nicely tomorrow. But yeah, we've also been on a bit of a break, so it's going to be interesting coming back because I don't remember where we were. Other than yes, I do remember kind of where we were. But yeah, good fun. Come check us out,
baby.
I also stream on Twitch.tv/LambentRain, which is my personal channel, and I play games.
I've been playing Cult of the Lamb, and it's good fun. But I went on holiday, so I was away for a week. But yeah, come and join my cult because Twitch chat can literally
Come and join my cult.
Literally, it has the best Twitch integration ever. You run raffles and followers get to make their own followers
I could
in game.
It's great. He
I
squeezed me,
sacrificed
juiced me.
Jay. Yeah, I sacrificed Jay and then I resurrected him from the dead.
You resurrected me. I didn't know you resurrected me.
I'm pretty sure, or I will resurrect him. From the dead.
Nice.
So yeah,
come watch that. It's fun.
Awesome. Sam.
Yeah. Sam JKP on YouTube and Twitch. I play Pokemon and other games like Stray, Faz. I was thinking about Cult of the Lamb, so since you've said it is good, I might jump into that at some point. But yeah, come and watch me play games.
That was really painful.
Yeah, it really was.
Maya, can you maybe bring the vibe back up?
Yeah,
perhaps?
let's bring the vibes. I am Anna, and on Saturdays do playthroughs of big games like Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. If you got any suggestions for me, come and put them in my Discord, which I have. And also was thinking about playing Cult of the Lamb as well, so possible collab. maybe.
Good time.
Whoa.
Maybe. But yeah, come check it out if you like gacha games and me freaking out over Norse gods trying to butcher me.
Thank you very much, Maya. Just to round things out, we have the Discord, the link's in there if you want to be able to stay up to date with when we're playing. We've had people playing games. Pete in the chat has played quite a lot of Eyes to the East with us, so if you want a chance to play with us as well, that's the place to go check that out and see the ridiculous memes that get made by the gang as they play. In other news as well, there's a link down there. Boom! If you like D&D and you want to play some D&D, I'm a professional GM, so if you want to play with me and give me money for it, please.
Please.
Then check out my website. You can see a bunch of games on there. Still looking for people on Wednesday and Thursday evenings. Wednesday and Thursday evenings, GMT +1 if you are interested in doing some module shit, so have a look. And I think that'll kick us off for the evening. So thank you very much for watching. We will see you next Sunday. Enjoy the raid, and until next Sunday, remember to stay dirty.